Well, the first festival grew out of the awards. We didn't start a festival, we started the Country Music Awards.
The 11th Commonwealth Bank Australasian Country Music Awards.
Winner of the best album, Slim Dusty.
John Williamson, you and my guitar for E-Music Male Vocalist Guitar.
Flying Amy, Auctioneer Festival Record.
Got to hear the winner is Denise Flowers there. Hey, come on!
And the winner, Boys from the Bush, Garth Porter and Lee Kernaghan. Lee Kernaghan. Lee Kernaghan.
Gina Jeffrey.
Homeland, Graham Connors.
The winner is Born to Survive, Troy Casadale.
Those two drum roll, please. The McClymonts. Woo! Go Grafton.
Jenny Rowe. The song of the year goes to Troy Casadale. We won, mate. I'll put you on speakerphone. Hang on. How do I do that? The artist of the year goes to Luco Shea. Sing you up. Zara Stora. The Silos.
Crazy, Travis Collins, written by Travis Collins and Damien Lee.
Shane Nicholson for The High Price of Surviving.
Fellow by Fanny Lumsden.
Welcome to the Toyota Golden Guitar Awards, the 50th Country Music Awards of Australia. Starting back in 1973, they're the nation's longest-running music awards and the pinnacle event of the Tamworth Country Music Festival. Tonight, we celebrate the recording excellence of 2021, the music, the people, and the stories that make up this great nation. So, strap yourself in for a roller coaster ride of entertainment, including Angus Gill, Ashley Dallas, Felicity Urquhart and Josh Cunningham, the Wolf Brothers and Amy Shepherd, Shane Nicholson, Adam Harvey, Lee Kernaghan, Troy Casadale, and many, many more. Ladies and gentlemen, then, now, forever, Australian country music. Welcome to the 50th Toyota Golden Guitar Awards.
Wedge-tailed eagle circles high, spirited is free. Since I grew up, his follow close wherever I may be. I feel the wind across my face and touch it with my hands. No matter what your bloodlines, you belong to this land. Yeah. Black, you could be white, but come join the choir. This feeling in your belly means you're welcome at this fire. So many generations between us we can trace, flowing like a river down to our dreaming place. Back on country, back on country, yeah. Get back. Country might be family farm, North Queensland, patch of dirt, or King Street in Newtown, where they tucked away the hurt. Ancient stories, different worlds of love, hate, and fear. With a single dream, how many tribes all come together here. Back on country. It's a living thing, a giving thing, older than time. This land it owes us nothing, it's not yours or mine. So when the weight of the world is clouding up your head, come and lose yourself, baby, find yourself back on country. Good to see you, Tamworth. Love you.
Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, The World Today, Troy Cassadaly. The World Today is Troy's 13th studio album. It was released in March 2021. It debuted at number 1 on the ARIA Country Chart, number 1 on the ARIA All Australian Chart, and number 3 on the overall ARIA chart, making it Troy's highest solo chart position in his career.
I tell you, that's one bell you can't unring.
Then I got some work at a sawmill.
Produced by Matt Fell, the album has been touted as Troy's best album yet, and it took out the 2021 ARIA Award for Best Country Album. Inspired by the loss of his father and the events of the global pandemic, Troy created one of his most confronting yet breathtaking albums.
Watching it all go south, staring at an open door, think about walking away like so many times before.
Rolling Stone magazine said, if ever an album existed to help people move through the darkness and into the light, The World Today is the ultimate example. Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, The World Today, Troy Cassadaly. And now to your hosts for this evening. two of the nicest and down-to-earth country music stars. They're great mates and colleagues. Please give it up for Adam Harvey and Becky Cole.
G'day, g'day.
Come on over. G'day, everyone.
Yummer.
Geez, we've missed you. I forgot what you buggers look like. It's been years. What about that song from Troy Cassar-Daley? How good was that?
Oh, a great way to kick off what is going to be an amazing night, Adam Harvey.
Back on country and back in our beautiful country music capital, Tamworth.
And I tell you what, we are thrilled to be hosting the 50th Golden Guitar Awards.
That's right, the 50th. The 50th Country Music Awards of Australia. But before we begin, we would like to acknowledge the Kamilaroi people who are traditional custodians of this land.
We pay our respect to elders both past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal people who are present here tonight.
Well, do we have a jam-packed night for you? 14 performances that celebrate the very best of country music.
And 17 awards recognising recording excellence in 2021, plus the coveted Roll of Renown, Country Music's Hall of Fame. And Harvey, you're up for a few too.
I'm very excited. I'm very, very honoured. But I've got to say, this is like a dream come true for me to be up here hosting these awards with you. I mean, my mum used to take me to see your shows when I was a little boy. And here I am.
Oh, boom. Boom. An ageist joke, just straight away.
Oh, come on.
Straight away.
It's only because it's the truth. This is incredible.
Oh, I'm 2 years older than you doofus. Seriously, I don't know why, but I've always been drawn to you. And, you know, recently it occurred to me, no, I know the reason why I've always been a little bit attracted to you. Okay. You look exactly like KD Lang. I'm not wrong. Look, tonight's awards are indeed being streamed live to fans via the festival Facebook page.
That's right, and g'day to everyone out there watching. Plus, you can watch a highlights version of the awards on ABC TV this Sunday afternoon.
I bet they'll cut that last bit out. How weird is it, though, being at festival in April?
I think it's fantastic. It's lovely and cool. I mean, normally in January it's hotter than a stolen Commodore.
Everyone loves it.
Well, I think it's fantastic.
I tell you what, you can wear as much underwear as you like, and you're not sort of sweating out of it. The only thing that... the only thing weirder than that would not be coming together to celebrate 50 years. So, you know, better late than ever, 50 years. Adam, may I ask, how long have you been coming to festival?
God, I've been coming here now for 32 years.
And I was busking in the street in 1992 with the Dead Ringer Band, so that's 30 years.
You know, a lot's changed. Like when you look back over all of those years, I mean, a hell of a lot's changed.
Absolutely. You look back, I mean, Super Spreader meant a whole lot something different back then, I tell you.
True. And I mean, back before, social media, remember the first time I went viral, you had to take me to that doctor in Kalgoorlie.
That's true. True that, right? That's all of the jokes that we've got. The rest of it, we're going to do it straight, or he's going to do it straight. Anyway.
At least one of us will be straight about that. They're going to edit that out. That is not making the Sunday afternoon ABC. Look, it's been a crazy couple of years with COVID, and more recently, though, seriously, it's been just a disaster with the floods across New South Wales and Queensland. Very sad.
And the truth is, so many of our country music fans and artists were directly affected by these floods, and we send our thoughts, our strength, and our love to those who couldn't get to Tamworth this year.
Absolutely. But we want them to come back again in 2023 when we do it all again. It's going to be fantastic. But let's forget about 2023. Let's get right on with tonight. And what are we going to do? Announce our very first Golden Guitar winner for the night.
This is exciting. And to present Apple Music Single of the Year, we'll welcome our first presenters who are married. Rub that in, why don't you?
Ouch. She's dominated last year's awards, taking home 5 golden guitars.
And he won his first golden guitar working alongside his wife when they took out Best Video in 2020.
That's right. Please welcome the husband and duo, Fanny Lumsden and Dan Stanley Freeman.
G'day, Tamworth.
Hi, Dan.
G'day, fans.
How you going?
I'm good. It's so good to be back here in Tamworth after a 2-year hiatus. I'm feeling good. How about you?
I'm feeling good. It's so nice to see all those flags just flapping in the wind again. I just think that's great. Yeah.
It feels like we were just here, though.
We were. Yeah, we were just here
About
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, the Paul Kelly tour.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That was a name drop, wasn't it? No. We just went via Yamba and then via home and then came all the way back.
So there's a few 100,000, no, just a few thousand kilometres.
Screaming baby. Anyway.
The screaming baby in the car.
Anyway,
But we're here now, and it's an absolute honour to introduce the first batch of nominees for this evening's Golden Guitar Awards.
Yes. So we are here to announce the Apple Single of the Year. I believe. And let's take a look at the nominees.
Sorry, that was my line.
That was yours.
Apple Music Single of the Year. And the nominees are Love Songs Ain't For Us, featuring Keith Urban. Amy Shark, featuring Keith Urban. God Took His Time on You, Casey Barnes.
God took his time on you.
Love Is Real, Morgan Evans.
Love is real, yeah. Love is real, baby.
And You Will Have Your Way, Shane Nicholson.
You will have your way. You will have your way with me.
Back on Country, Troy Cassadaly.
Back on country. Back on country.
And the Golden Guitar for Apple Music Single of the Year goes to...
And you'll have your way, Shane Nicholson!
And You Will Have Your Way hit number 12 on the country airplay chart and hit over 170,000 streams. Drawing on his life, as Shane enters his third decade of his recording career, the song is an almost jaunty shuffle that disguises some deep questions about who to trust and who to love. Shane is a finalist in a further 5 categories this evening, and this win takes his Golden Guitar career tally to 12.
Well, I wasn't really expecting that. I didn't even have my jacket on. I was not prepared at all. But I'm glad I got it because I get to say a huge thank you, not only to obviously my family who put up with me through all of COVID, stuck at home making music, but my manager, Graham Thompson, who's over there, and I don't know how anybody could stay sane being an artist manager through the last 2 years. And I don't even know if he's done that, if he's managed to stay sane or not, but I thank him for being there through all of that. Everyone at Lost Highway, Universal Island Records, big thank you to them for working tirelessly. My booking agent Langs, who have obviously, Jeff, booking agents as well. How can they stay sane through all of this? And to still be there fighting at the end and putting on a tour for us now that we're halfway through for the 3rd or 4th time. It's a huge privilege to be able to do what we do. And if anything's come out of the last 2 years, it's that. It's a reminder that we're very lucky to be able to do it, and extra lucky to add this to my collection. Thank you very, very much.
All right, I might have a go at reading the teleprompter. Please, next one. The next award, we are thrilled to be presenting the Vocal Collaboration of the Year. What an amazing bunch of collabs vying for this one night.
Collaboration is at the heart of what we all do. So let's take a look at the amazing nominees.
You.
Vocal Collaboration of the Year. And the nominees are Catherine Britt and Lee Kernaghan, Country Fans. Kaylee Bell and the McClymonts, Before I Met You. O'Shea, Christy Cox, Travis List, Troy Kemp, Camille and Stewie, Jed Hughes, Katrina Burgoyne and Sam Hawksley, I Still Call Australia Home. The Wolf Brothers and Low Cash, Startin' Something. Troy Cassadaly and Ian Moss, South, featuring Ian Moss. Guitar win, and Troy's 38th win, taking him to equal most won Golden Guitar Awards alongside Lee Kernaghan and the great Slim Dusty.
Up until this week, I never counted golden guitars until I just heard that, and now I'm actually nervous now. I want to thank Ian Moss, first of all, for sitting down and co-writing this song with me, and I thought I couldn't get Ian here tonight, so I've got his manager, Chris O'Hearn. Chris, thank you very much. I remember having a conversation with Slim years ago about making sure you're continuing to feel like you're growing as an artist. Even if you're a country artist, you've got to continue to grow. I sat down with Ian and we wrote some songs together, and we talked about life. And that's what country music is about to me, is about our lives and how we can try and capture it in 3.5, 4 minutes, you know. And Ian has just been such a blessing to be on the road with, such a great guitar player, singer. He gets me to want to be a better guitar player every night that I play with him. So I want to say thank you to Ian, and I want to say thank you to CMAA. Thank you to everyone who voted. I can't believe that Lee and myself and Slim are actually on the same thing. It's very weird. But anyway, I love this industry so much. Chris, I think you should just say a couple of words on behalf of Ian too, just because this fella also encouraged me to go and get a bit of counselling about 2 months ago. And I have to say it's the best thing I've done in 5 years, and it's, good friends will do that.
Hi Tamworth, it's nice to be back. It's been a while. Ian is currently en route, believe it or not, driving to Broken Hill. He wanted me to go with him. I certainly said no. I'm flying tomorrow. I'm sure he'd like to thank his manager, so thank you to me.
And I should thank my manager, Roxanne, too, of course, but because, anyway, it's been a big...
And I'd like to thank Troy's manager as well, Roxanne Brown. And I'd also like to just concur with Shane's words before. This industry has been beaten from pillar to post. The fact that we're here tonight, the fact that we're still standing and we're still making music and we're doing what we do and we love it is a testament to everybody in this room. So well done to everybody. Thanks very much. Have a great Tamworth.
Our next performer is nominated for Female Artist of the Year, coming up later tonight.
Chart-topping hits, 3 golden guitars, and generations of Australian country artists. This girl has it all.
I love her. I love interviewing her for Saturday Night Country. She's a proud Tamworthian.
There's a plug.
She's an ambassador for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
And
it's her birthday.
Happy birthday to the beautiful Ashley Dallas.
Distant thunder, you see the smile on my face, the roads I wander, sometimes when life's a little gray, the weight can pull me under, but there you are either way, loving me on my good and my bad days. builds character. It might stress me now, tomorrow it won't matter. There's never just one seat on a roller coaster ride. We can roll through this together, we'll come out the other side. You see my sunshine and ray, feel my distant thunder. You see the smile on my face, the roads I wander. Sometimes when life's a little gray, the weight can pull me under. There you are either way, loving me on my good and my bad day. You see my sunshine and ray, feel my distant thunder. You see the smile on my face, and the roads I wander. Sometimes when life's a little gray, the weight can pull me under. There you are either way, you're loving me good. There you are either way, loving me on my good and my bad day. You see my sunshine and ray, you're loving me good in my bad
Absolutely gorgeous, Ash. Our next award is for CMT Video of the Year, and to present are two people who first met back in 2004 when they appeared on Australian Idol.
Yeah, that's right. She was a contestant on the show and placed 4th that year, but has gone on to forge a solid career in country, including performing on ABC's Australia Day Live national broadcast this year. Plus, she's nominated for Female Artist tonight.
She's a cracker, Adam. I went to the Middle East with her. She's a lot of fun too. And he was a judge on Australian Idol and has worked for international record labels as a broadcaster and producer, and most recently appeared on the reality TV show Holy Moly.
Please welcome Ian Dicko Dixon and Hayley Jensen.
Hey, Dicko, welcome to Tamworth. Oh my gosh, it's so great to see you again after all these years. A lot has happened since Australian Idol, though.
Yeah, thanks, Hayley. Look, it certainly has. You've had some awesome success. Your last album, Breaking Hearts, went #1 in the ARIA country charts, and that's worth a ripple. Come on. Idol got real stars.
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful to be able to get back out on the road again this year, touring this album, and I've absolutely loved it. I know everyone in the room here tonight, all the artists are just so excited to be able to perform live again and to be here in this room in real life once again. It's very, very exciting. Dicko, what have you been up to?
Well, there's a story in itself. It's been a bit of a wild ride, and for all you fame seekers out there, I have to say a bit of a cautionary tale, because Hayley, 1 minute you're on a top-rating primetime TV show, pulling in 2.5 million viewers every episode, and before you know it, you're dressed up head to toe in comedy pirate outfits, chipping golf balls over a fake lake with a rubber shark in it, and thinking that managing Cornell and Carr is a good idea. And here we are. Look, I was really proud today. I did my first Tamworth red carpet with my artists, Matt and Mike, two great friends of mine. They're nominated tonight. Taylor Moss, who's just had a #1. I've got to say, I drifted into country, and over the last 2 years, I've met some wonderful people. This is just a gem of an industry with some really beautiful people, so supportive, so collaborative, and I want to thank everyone for being so supportive of us and so patient with me. Thank you, guys.
Well, look, television has played a big part in both of our careers, and CMT helps country fans discover new talent every single year, just like every single day, actually, just like we did on Australian Idol all those years ago. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at this year's nominees for CMT Video.
CMT Video of the Year. And the nominees are Dig, Fanny Lumsden, directed by Fanny Lumsden and Dan Stanley Freeman, Red Dirt Road Productions. Spare Parts, Felicity Urquhart and Josh Cunningham, directed by Duncan Toombs, The Filmery. Long Way Round, Luke O'Shea, featuring Ashley Dallas, directed by Luke O'Shea and Jay Seeney, Blacklist Productions. Kids on Cassette, The Wolf Brothers, directed by Gabrielle Morrison and Tom Wolfe. Back on Country, Troy Cassadaly, directed by Michael McCartan and Duncan Toombs.
Back on country,
Guitar for CMT Video of the Year goes to... We'll tell you after the break. No, I'm only joking. Tell them, Hayley.
Drum roll, everybody. Here we go. How exciting. Long Way Round, Luke O'Shea featuring Ashley Dallas, directed by Jay Seeney and Luke O'Shea. Come on up.
That's where it's found. So take my hand and show me.
Long Way Round is a reminder to take a deep breath and have a good look around. With its upbeat groove, the song hooks listeners in with a catchy whistle and a carefree vibe. Co-directed by Jay Seeney and Luke O'Shea, the video showcases the natural and breathtaking beauty of the mighty New England region, including Tamworth and Nundle. This win takes Luke's golden guitar tally to 14 and Ashley's tally to 3. This is Jay's first ever win.
It's good to see you all again. It's been a very interesting couple of years, and this is a very special award. Anyone that's been in the industry for the last little while knows we've been plugging away and working really hard with a lot of artists, and it's been an absolute privilege and an honour over the last few years to contribute to the careers of so many artists in this sector. It's an amazing sector, and I feel really privileged to be a part of it, so thank you so much. I'd just like to say a big thank you to my family, Mum and Dad, and also to my wonderful now wife, Andrea. Also, better mention my sister Laura because she never gets mentioned in anything, so this one's for you. And of course, Luke and Ash for shooting this video together. It's really an honour and a privilege to do that also. We shot in 50 different locations and we had to sync it all up in post. I'll tell you, that was a mission. But we got through it, so thank you guys so much, and hope you all have a great night.
I firstly want to thank this gentleman right next to me. When he phoned me to collaborate on this track, my heart nearly jumped out of my chest. I was very excited.
You're in a similar state then too, aren't you?
I feel like I'm the long way round.
A little bit of time though. How old's Harriet now?
Harriet's 3. So when we first did the vocals for this, I was heavily pregnant with Harriet, and now, obviously, it's not just COVID. Or maybe it is. But this song has brought me immense joy on every single part of the creation journey with it, and it's a big thanks to Luke O'Shea and Jay Seeney on that. And it was a really full-on day, as Jay said, 50 locations. Luke needed a Barocca break at 2.
And no, thanks not for saying that.
And I want to say a big thanks as well to Rebecca Gracie from the Country Journo for all of her hard work with us. Of course, everyone who's played this song and got around it and shared the video clip and felt the joy, hopefully, that this song has brought for me. And of course, my beautiful family, my mum, dad, my big brother's here tonight. We've got everyone watching as well, and my hubby. And Harry will be very excited that my dancing partner has got this win for us.
I don't know about dancing partner. I was, a bit of a hindrance through the day, but it was pretty easy. And in the words of Troy, just to get back on country is all the magic you need, particularly if you're in this postcode here of Nundle. And big thanks go out to John and Belinda Crisulja at the Dag Sheep Station there. No matter where we point the camera, it was just gold that captures the beauty of this place, and Jay did it so well. And I'm so chuffed to see Jay finally recognised with a piece of hardware that, because he's been such an inspiration, and great mate and colleague on so many levels to so many artists out there. So well deserved, my friend, and to you on your birthday, happy birthday, Ashley. Jeez, same as my sister, and also Ada Pitlow. I don't know what the things are in common, but very bossy. But no, I love them dearly, and particularly when I had to learn how to dance and sing at the same time, it wasn't easy. But I got to say thank you to Tamworth and the postcode and the CMAA for supporting us, and to all you people who put your name next to ours when it came to voting for it, because it does showcase this region and the love we have for it and the natural beauty, and we're all here now healing with it. So let's take the long way around and see you in another 50 years' time, hey?
The Golden Guitar Awards are the pinnacle event of the Country Music Festival each year, and both are celebrating 50 years in 2022.
You know, the first Golden Guitar was given out back in 1973 on the stage of the beautiful Tamworth War Memorial Town Hall.
The winner of that first award is watching home tonight, of course, the writer of Slim Dusty's Lights on the Hill, the wonderful Joy McKean.
Yeah, lots of love, Joy. We're so sorry you can't be here with us to celebrate the 50th.
And let's take a look at how it all came about, the Tamworth Festival and the Golden Guitars.
And who better to tell the tale than one of our festival co-founders, the mighty Max Ellis.
Well, the first festival grew out of the awards. We didn't start a festival, we started the Country Music Awards. 2TM at that stage, and still is a clear channel station, not sharing a frequency with any other AM stations in the country. So at night, our signal, which was fairly moderate strength, could be heard all over Eastern Australia at night. And we had a lot of listeners in Queensland, North Queensland, even up in the Pacific we had listeners, even New Zealand occasionally. We started getting response from people all over Eastern Australia in the bush. As we developed that audience, we realised that we had a huge potential that no one else at that time had. And we decided then that we should, I think Eric Scott came up with the concept that maybe we should start promoting ourselves as a centre for country music in Australia. In 1969, we made a decision that we would start calling Tamworth Country Music Capital. Not long after that, we decided we should run an awards program. Johnny Ashcroft, who was at that stage quite a well-known artist, made a comment about running an awards program at a presentation we made to him of a gold record. And as a result, Country Music Capital and the festival and the awards have generated probably, I estimate, over $2 billion worth of revenue, and that's significant money in anyone's language.
Well, Adam, our next performer has an impressive 4 nominations tonight, including Bush Ballad of the Year award. Please welcome, and this fella started busking in the street, Angus Gill.
The tyres rattled sharp and short across the cattle grid. I kept watching as my old man tried to keep his feelings hid. He was mulling over all the things we just talked about. Quivering lips, glassy eyes, and a head full of doubt. We'd been up on the turkey's nest. Dad looked at me and said, "Okay, son, I need to know what's going on in your head." Paused to clear my throat, take a deep breath in and out. Said I may just have to let you down before I make you proud. It's the easy way to up and walk away. Then again it takes a lot of guts. It's the easy way to move to some other place. Live for lotto numbers and good luck. But it came to me at 2 a.m. today. We have fought a real hard battle. We deserve the easy way. Bankers' interest rates, another scorching drought. Beat the floods and fires and the mice plague going round. We've wrestled like most smaller farms, still we're holding fast. We've sent our neighbours packing now, it looks like we're the last. You know, we've held the hard times and the good times in our hands. Life out here has served us well, but it's time to leave the land. And you've wanted to retire to that place down by the bay. We've fought the fight, but now we're good. We've earned the easy way. It's the easy way to up and walk away. But then again it takes a lot of guts. It's the easy way to move some other place. Live for lotto numbers and good luck. But it came to me at 2 a.m. today. We have fought a real hard battle. We deserve the easy way. Yes, we've had a real good offer. We're gonna take the easy way.
Yeah, well done, Angus. Well done, mate. Well, we've reached that exciting time in the show. Are you excited?
Oh, look, I'm beside myself.
We're about to present the first of the genre albums of the year.
Well, that is exciting to present Contemporary Country Album of the Year. He's country pop through and through and continues to impress with his current tour and recent recording successes. It's a bit gorgeous too.
He's got 2 nominations tonight, including Male Artist of the Year.
Indeed he has, and they were 2-time nominees at last year's awards, Contemporary Album and Group or Duo of the Year.
Please welcome Casey Barnes
and the Buckleys.
G'day Tamworth, how are we? Ladies and gentlemen, the Buckleys.
Oh, man. Casey. Fancy seeing you here.
Fancy seeing you. And you guys have just come back from Nashville doing some recording and a little sneaky trip down to Mexico.
Oh, you know. Yes, it's been amazing being back on planes again, traveling and writing some new music. Can't wait to put some out. We've been pumping the Casey Barnes tunes. Don't you worry about that, though.
Thank you very much. And it's great to see festivals back up and running, a bit of touring happening. How good was Blues Fest on the weekend?
You shut that little mouth, Casey. What happens at Blues Fest stays at Blues Fest.
Do you know what doesn't stay at Blues Fest, though? The fact that you got top 15 performances.
Yes.
Give it up for this guy. Oh, damn.
Oh, dang.
Isn't it great that touring is finally back? We've actually got some shows coming up with you.
We do.
Heard you were walking out in a black latex catsuit? Is that what's happening in Queensland?
It's the rumour going around town.
Thought so. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's been a great year for contemporary country with some big radio hits and huge streams.
Exactly. Let's take a look at tonight's 5 nominees.
Contemporary Country Album of the Year. And the nominees are My Mind's Projection, Brad Cox, produced by Matt Fell. Home Truths, Catherine Britt, produced by Catherine Britt and Michael Moko. Darlinghurst, produced by Pete Dacey and Jason Resch. Wanted, Jane Denham, produced by Brian White and Brian Bunn.
Wanted like an outlaw out on the run. Wanted by
Kids on Cassette, The Wolf Brothers, produced by Nick Wolf, Matt Fell, Lindsay Rhymes, Johnny Gasparis, Scott Bradley Stephen and Patrick James.
Wowzers. Ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Guitar for the Contemporary Album of the Year goes to...
Kids on Cassette, The Wolf Brothers!
Well done, boys!
Woo!
Kids on Cassette was inspired by the songs that brothers Nick and Tom Wolf listened to on the cassette tapes and boom boxes when they were kids in Tasmania. Written and recorded between Australia, Nashville and Canada, the album features collaborations with Amy Shepherd, Jack Jones and international superstars Low Cash. Nominated in 7 categories this evening, this win takes the Wolf Brothers Golden Guitar career tally to 5.
It's really funny, it never loses the buzz, does it? Everyone's talked about the last couple of years was just a nightmare, and we had a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and to stand here tonight with this and with Matt Fell again is absolutely incredible. We started this album pre-COVID with Matt in the studio, and then the world sort of shut down, and Nick thought, well, I might do a couple of songs.
I might delete half of what Matt did, and
yeah, and then I'd have Zooms from Nick, and he's like, eyes are here.
Oh, why did I do this?
Yeah, but it was an experience, and but the songs come from our life. We're very proud to be in contemporary country. Tamworth is a festival full of tradition, but it's also a festival where so many things are accepted, and you can go down Peel Street and you can hear pop country, you can hear rock country, you can hear bluegrass, you can hear rockabilly, you can hear bush ballads. And you know what I love? I know I speak for Nick, we are so proud to be a part of this industry that accepts all of that, and we love waving the flag for contemporary country, and I really hope we get to do it for many more years to come. So I want to thank you for supporting us.
We want to say a massive thank you to our wives, Tony, Ali, our families. We want to thank Steve White Management, Brogan, Steve, Kerry, and we want to give a huge shout out to Zach Taylor, who was just a huge part of this album coming together. It wouldn't be happening without Zach. Zach was one of the sort of unfortunate casualties in COVID. He's now he's working.
He's a roofer.
Roofing.
He's a roofer.
That man belongs in the music industry, and I'm sure he's going to find his way back as things get going.
Yeah,
so
he will.
thank you so much, Zach. Bloody legend.
Our incredible team, BMG, Australia, Broken Bow in the States, everyone who helped produce this, Nick Wolf, your work, and Matt Fell. What you've done for us in the last couple of years with the last few albums, mate, has changed our career and our lives, and we love you. And I can now officially stand on this stage and say, he's a Tasmanian!
Oh,
he's a Tasmanian! He's one of us! One of us!
Lindsay Rhymes, Johnny Gasparic, and at MCC in Canada, Patrick James and Scott Bradley Stephen. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
And a massive thank you to Frank and Josh, Verasso PR. Love you guys. Thank you heaps.
Thank you. Go, man. Thanks, mate.
Thank you. I'm going to be selling CDs of the other deleted half of the record after the show. Thanks to these beautiful guys here. I love you guys dearly. It was an honour to make this record with you. Steve and Brogan White, who just made this whole process just so effortless and easy. Thank you guys. It was a real pleasure to work with you. And finally, the love of my life and my lady of the mountain, Amber. Love you, darling. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Our next few performers feature the nominees vying tonight for the New Talent of the Year. I love this award. I look at these young artists like a proud dad watching his kids.
Well, to be honest, you could have fathered a few of them, Adam.
I think you've got the wrong Adam. Adam Eckersley couldn't be here with us tonight.
As we celebrate the past 50 years of country music, these 5 artists represent the future.
And with such a strong lineup, the future is looking pretty bright.
Our first New Talent performer hails from Central Queensland, right in the middle.
She released her debut album, River of Sins, produced by Shane Nicholson, to high praise from some of Australia's most respected critics.
I'll tell you right now, it's a corker of an album. I featured it as Album of the Week on Saturday Night Country.
Second plug.
And I really do love this album. Please welcome nominee for New Talent of the Year, Camille Trail.
I know I'm hard to love sometimes, but I want you to try. No, the rain has fell for a while, but the sun always waits on the other side. I know the days are getting colder, but remember the days of gold. Remember the love for antiques comes from them being old. I know you love the colors. Flowers take time to bloom. I know you think rainbows are beautiful, but they need their days bloom. I know there's 1,000 stars, but they're not meant to be alone. No matter how far Cause I know I'm hard to love sometimes, but I want you to try. I want you to be the waiting sun when the rain's falling from the sky. And I wanna be your wings whenever you wanna fly. Cause I know I'm hard to love, but I'm glad you're gonna try.
Absolutely gorgeous. Our next award is for Coca-Cola Instrumental of the Year.
And to present this award are 2 artists who have already established their careers in their own right, but they've come together in like a new collaboration.
Under the name The Pleasures, these 2 come out swinging with their sassy single, The Beginning of the End. That came out earlier this year. It came out swinging, do you know?
I don't know a lot about swinging, but yes. Please welcome Catherine Britt and Lachlan Bryan.
Thank you. So it says, ad lib, Catherine and Lachlan speak in their own words.
Oh, that's never a good idea.
I thought this was only an honour reserved for Job Newton, but we'll try. We're going to be presenting an award for Instrumental Recording of the Year. Tell me about your relationship with instrumental music, Catherine.
What sort of question is that? You just wanted to put me on the spot, didn't you?
Yeah.
I love instrumentals when they're done well. I think they're fantastic.
Enya,
Much like the nominees, I'm
Enya
sure.
was good. Do you remember Enya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Moby?
Yep. They're not nominated tonight, guys. Where are you going
But
with this?
there are great nominees tonight. Quite
There
seriously, I do love instrumental music, and I think this is an important award.
Yes.
And shall we take a look at the nominees?
Yeah, let's do it.
Coca-Cola Instrumental of the Year. And the nominees are Muster and Season, Angus Gill and Lindsay Waddington. Golden Plains, Davidson Brothers. Little William Brown, Montgomery Church. Bubbles in the Airlock, Pete Dennehy. Southern Gothic, The Weeping Willows.
Wow, that's tough. All right, I'll do this one, you do the next one. Okay. The Golden Guitar for Coca-Cola Instrumental of the Year goes to Southern Gothic, The Weeping Willows. Yeah.
Showcasing Andrew Wigglesworth's celebrated picking on guitar and banjo, Southern Gothic also features multi-instrumentalist Luke Moller on fiddle and veteran session player David Pilch on upright bass. This is their second Golden Guitar career win and back-to-back wins in this category.
Oh my goodness, this is unbelievable. First up, it's just so wonderful to be here, and thank all of you for being here. This is a special night for all musicians to be back out here. Thanks so much to the CMAA board, the committee, the members, the judges, the Tamworth Regional Council and Destination Tamworth, Job Newton, Dan Biddle, Peter Ross and everyone involved together for putting this incredible night. Congratulations to all the other incredible nominees and finalists. We're just honoured to be amongst friends and amongst the best of the best. Enormous thanks to our wonderful engineer and our very dear friend Roger Bergadaz back down in Melbourne for working his magic on our songs.
I won't do that as elegant as Laura, but I'll thank a few people. Definitely want to thank the musicians that played on the track. So we had Luke Moller and David Pilch, which, Luke, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Adam Dempsey did the mastering and made us sound much better than we actually are, which was awesome. Very special mention to some people that, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here tonight. Lachlan Bryan, definitely one of them, yeah. Alison Forbes, Christy Cox, and Alan and Marion Caswell. So thank you so much, guys. Yeah. Publicist Stuart Coop and Kaz Waters of Red Rebel Music. Thank you guys for getting all the music out there. We appreciate it. All the radio stations all over across the country that's played the tracks, we really appreciate it. And also Mr. Graham Thompson.
Taking a chance on us, thank you.
Yeah, at Compass Brothers, so thank you so much. We really appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Thanks to our family, friends, and all of you for supporting it. Have a great night.
Thank you.
That's such a relief. I was going to have my Kanye West moment if the Weeping Willows didn't win just then.
I would have liked to have seen that, actually. The next award, I'm stealing your line. You go.
The next award that we'll be presenting is Bluegrass Recording of the Year.
You didn't even go there, come on.
Yeah, I left the pun out.
Yes. What do you reckon it is that puts bluegrass into its, I'm doing the same thing to you, into its own category? What makes it special, Lachlan?
Apparently I'm to answer in my own words. I wish someone else had told me what makes it special because they'd probably been more articulate, but I think what makes bluegrass special is it's one of the original types of country music. You know, so much country music of all kinds originates from bluegrass, and it's a great link to our founders, I guess, and just great traditional songwriting, and it sounds good.
Totally agree. Let's see who's in the running tonight for Bluegrass Album of the Year.
Bluegrass Recording of the Year. And the nominees are Always on the Run, Angus Gill.
Done nothing wrong. She's moving like a bullet that was fired from a gun. She's always on the run.
Looks Like Heaven, Kim Cheshire.
Whoa, whoa, it looks like heaven with a pretty little river running down to the sea. Whoa, whoa.
Person of the Year, Christy Cox.
That's who a hero truly is. Yeah, to me, that's who I pour my
Flowers on My Doorstep, Montgomery Church.
flowers on my doorstep with a note from you and me. Another dozen roses to set your conscience free.
Black Crow, The Weeping Willows.
This morning the black crow does me in chains so I can never flee. Take them.
And the golden guitar for Bluegrass Recording of the Year goes to Black Crow, The Weeping Willows.
Partners in life, love and song. Laura Coates and Andrew Wigglesworth are a couple of old souls steeped in bluegrass tradition. With Andrew taking the lead vocals on this track and Laura on haunting backing vocals, Black Crow is an ominous song with themes of morality and responsibility. This is their first win in the bluegrass category and takes their golden guitar career tally to 3.
I'm speechless. Laura?
Well, I guess importantly, just thank the people that were a part of it, which is Ryan Freeland, our engineer over in LA, and again, Roger Bergadaz for helping out in Melbourne. Once again, the musicians, Luke Moller, David Pilch, James Church from Montgomery Church. That Rip Snorton dobro part is all James, so thank you so much. And once again, importantly, Christy Cox, without her, we wouldn't be here. She gave us so many opportunities to play bigger stages and to get our name out there, so we owe you so much. Thank you, Christy, and happy birthday, Linda.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Our next performer, vying for new talent this evening, burst onto the country music scene in 2020 with a string of hit singles.
Her much anticipated debut album, Not Your Typical Bride, was released on April the 8th this year.
Please welcome nominee for New Talent of the Year, Cass Hopeton.
Hey everyone, who needs to weigh when you got Tamworth, am I right? Been riding in the fast lane, drinking 4 coffees a day, just to keep up with the traffic. Busy's becoming a habit, dreaming that tropical vacay, but the stars You don't need a plane ticket. Just slow down for a minute and lean back in a fold-out chair with something sweet to get drunk on. Sip a cocktail from a coconut, watching the neighbors mow the lawn. Lean back in a fold-out chair underneath a plastic palm tree. You think you're halfway around the world, so who needs a wife? Who needs a wife? There's $1 million view right there in that backyard, watching the clouds play charades till the afternoon sun fades. Don't think about tomorrow, don't worry about last time. There's nothing that you need to do but watch the world spin around you. And lean back in a fold-out chair with something sweet to get drunk on. Sip a cocktail from a coconut, watching the neighbors mow the lawn. Lean back in a blow-up pool underneath the plastic palm tree. You'll think you're halfway around the world, so who needs a wife? Who needs a wife? To make all the noise disappear. All that you need is right here. Just lean back in a fold-out chair with something sweet to get drunk on. Sip a cocktail from a coconut, watching the neighbors mow the lawn. And why not? I'll let time ruler in a flower lane. Throw that aloha shirt on, feel all the tension wash away. Lean back in a blow-up pool underneath the plastic palm tree. You'll think you're halfway around the world. Whoever thought it would be that easy? Who needs a wife? Who needs a wife? Yeah. Who needs a wife? Who needs a wife? Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love that song. Who needs Hawaii? Beautiful. I could have done that.
You could have.
In the sparkly white dress there.
You'd look gorgeous.
And I'm so sorry because I haven't even said anything to compliment you. We've got those same black curtains on our windows at home.
Thank you very much,
I
but I
love
bet your
laces.
windows aren't wearing suck your guts in underpants that pull your organs up to your throat. But
Don't fart.
they gaffed me in at about 2 p.m. and I get ungaffed at about 2 a.m.
Our next award is another big one, Alt Country Album of the Year.
And to present, he is a singer-songwriter, musician, and the host of Tower of Song on Double J Radio and frontman of outlaw country rock band Wagons.
And she had 3 nominations at last year's awards and took out the New Talent of the Year.
Indeed she did. Please welcome Henry Wagons and my favourite, Melody Moko.
I think it's pretty safe to say we left nothing behind on the red carpet.
I mean, we don't want to kill someone because we'd leave a lot of evidence behind, right?
How's the year been since picking up the New Talent Award last year?
I mean, it's been pretty good. I've spent a lot of time just trying to dismantle the patriarchy and get people out there to book more women. That's been really important to me.
We're here tonight to present the Alt Country Album of the Year. This is kind of the bit they've left where I can talk about how passionate I am. This genre pushes country music forward. It celebrates the rebels, the rat bags, but I'm not going to say that. in the hazy evenings in Tamworth, I heard a joke in the last couple of days. Do you mind if I just tell a joke that encapsulates alt country for me?
Go for
Will
it.
you indulge me?
I would love to indulge you, Henry Wagons.
A man walks into a bar and says, can I have a shot of whiskey? Before it all gets started, give me a shot of whiskey. Barman's like, okay. Hits it back. Give me another shot of whiskey before it all gets started. Give me another shot. Let's do this. Before we get started. It's like, okay, there you go. Down the hatch. Another round! Pour one for yourself. Both of us, let's do this. Before it gets started, you and me, we're doing this. And just as the barman brings the whiskey up to his lips, it's like, you're going to pay me for this, aren't you? To which the man said, bloody hell, I knew it would get started. That is alt country.
Yeah, baby. And you know, we've got a pretty strong field tonight with 5 absolutely incredible, amazing old country albums.
All different frontier pieces of music, frontier albums that are pushing country music in their own special way.
Totally, and that's what we love about alt country. You know, each one of them is commenting on something different. It's influenced by love, longing, loss, whiskey, and the changing world around us.
Here are the 5 nominees, all winners in my book.
Alt Country Album of the Year. And the nominees are The Art of Letting Go, Andrew Swift, produced by Matt Fell.
I got a head full of honey, a real bad case of love drunk playing hell.
The Song Club, Felicity Urquhart and Josh Cunningham, produced by Josh Cunningham and Felicity Urquhart. The World Today, Troy Cassadaly, produced by Matt Fell. The Cast, Michael Waugh, produced by Shane Nicholson. Living in Colour, Shane Nicholson, produced by Shane Nicholson.
And the golden guitar for alt country album of the year goes to Living in Colour by Shane Nicholson.
This is Shane's 9th studio album. It was written and recorded on the central coast of New South Wales by mostly Nicholson alone, with him picking up instrument after instrument to create each track. This is Shane's 2nd win this evening and takes his golden guitar career tally to 13.
But you do your best to pretend. Some forget you and some you need.
Oh, that's very, very cool. I can tell you why it's really cool. There's a whole bunch of reasons. The most important is that I forgot to thank my partner Emma before when I was up here. And I've received about 45 angry text messages at my table over there. She's not only my partner, she's my biggest supporter, helper, and she's going to be the mother of my next son, which we are, yeah. And this record actually is kind of a lot thanks to her, really, because it was made in our house when neither of us could go to work anywhere else. And so she had to live and breathe this record as much as anyone. So I will dedicate it to her. But I also do want to thank Matt Fell, obviously, for dressing this record up. It wouldn't have been what it is without him. Never is. Josh Schubert, and obviously, again, my manager Graham Thompson and the team behind this record. There's always a team, and everyone at the label, but especially Mike Taylor, Nicole Richards, Lily Adam, all been beautiful people to work with for quite a while. And I'm very happy to take this one, but I do want to mention my favourite record in this category was actually Michael Waugh's record, The Cast. And he couldn't be here tonight, but I think he deserves to have one, so I might even send this one to him to have on his shelf. But thank you, I really appreciate it, and I'm stoked. Thank you.
And the winner is...
Our next performers tonight have 3 nominations, including New Talent.
Their debut self-titled album went straight to #1 on the ARIA Country Album Chart.
And Adam, they've had a massive week. They've been performing at the Blues Fest and the Gympie Muster Flood Relief Festival.
Please welcome nominees for New Talent of the Year, Darlinghurst.
Though it's been a while since 16, but still I know where I wanna be. Can I take a minute, just hear me out? We got a love no one knows about you. Takes it back 16. Sitting in my Ford drive, got you by my wayside. Listen to the game, my waist song. Nothing in my hands out, we can do this all now. Baby, when you turn to me and say, oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care, 'cause I got you. Oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care, 'cause I got you. Oh no, there's no mistaking, it's overtaken. Oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care, 'cause I got you tonight, you tonight, you tonight, yeah. You tonight, you tonight, you tonight, yeah. Well, this is real, no, it's not a dream. The way we fit so perfect, babe. 'Cause I believe what we're going to find. You and me and nobody else around. This is real, no, it's not a dream. Raising in the starlight, letting know it's you. When my man beats sound sets away. Never for the long haul, and the wind's your call. Baby, when you turn to me and say, oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care, 'cause I got you. Oh no, where do we go? Baby, knowing us and all the things you do. Oh no, there's no mistaking, it's overtaken. Oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care, 'cause I got you tonight, you tonight, you tonight, yeah. You tonight, you tonight, you tonight, yeah. Miss you all the time, every time I'm around you. Wishing that I could, I just can't get enough. There's nothing I can say, loving everything about you. We can ride out this high. You said, oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care, 'cause I got you. Oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care. Oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care, 'cause I got you. Oh no, where do we go? Baby, I don't really care, 'cause I got you. Oh
thought that I was going to have to do your lines because you went out for a whizzer.
Thank you for letting everyone know that. That's very, very kind.
Well, you were gone a long time. I thought you were going into Taronga Zoo territory.
What a ripper of a song. And of course, Darlinghurst are also nominated for Group or Duo of the Year, coming up a bit later in the night.
Our next presenters, and I'm excited about this, he is an absolute living legend. Slim Dusty dubbed him the Clown Prince of Comedy.
He was introduced into the role of renown in 1987. He's received an Order of Australia medal and he's celebrated 70 years in the music business this year.
She is a 5-time Golden Guitar winner, including Female Artist of the Year in 2015, and she's nominated again tonight for that exact category. And look, I have to say a huge thank you because Amber Lawrence has been filling in for me on Saturday Night Country and doing a stellar job.
Excellent. Third plug. Well done. Please welcome Kids Gone Country superstar Amber Lawrence.
And the Sheik of Scrubby Creek, Chad Morgan.
How do we look together? We're matching. Very nice. Chad, it is so wonderful to be up here with you again. Do you know that it's 5 years since we last presented together?
Of course I did.
Do you remember that?
I do, because I'm on the 89.
And the best looking 89-year-old here tonight, I reckon, by far.
I don't think... You're not looking too bad yourself, though.
Thank you. Congratulations on celebrating 70 years in the entertainment industry. You must have seen it change a lot in that time. What's changed?
Well, when I first came to Tamworth, it was just 2TM, and we used to work in the town hall. There was no Country Music Association. John Minson and Jeff Brown and myself and a couple of others, we broke away from the Country Music Club in Brisbane and we formed a thing out down here, and then it was taken over by BAL and it just went from there.
Just went from there, and look at us tonight, and we're very happy that you are here with us on stage. So let's take a look at the 5 nominees vying for Heritage Song of the Year.
Heritage Song of the Year. And the nominees are With the Kelly Gang, written by Andrew Farris, Jay O'Shea and Mark O'Shea, recorded by Andrew Farris.
On the table, he stole a rich man.
1868, written and recorded by Matt Scullion.
Cricket side was Aboriginal.
Dirty River, written and recorded by Michael Wall.
Dirty river running through her house.
Small Town Song, written by Nick Wolfe, Tom Wolfe and Andrew Farris, recorded by the Wolfe Brothers. I Hear My River, written by Troy Cassadaly and Shane Howard, recorded by Troy Cassadaly.
I hear my river calling.
Okay, Thrill Us.
Thrill Us, all right, here we go. And the Golden Guitar for Heritage Song of the Year goes to Dirty River, Michael Wall.
For the beautiful river run by.
Painting pictures of coffee brewing in Carlton and screams rising out of the MCG, Dirty River is Michael's loving portrait of Melbourne. It is a stirring anthem celebrating his home city and the traditional custodians of the land. This is Michael's first ever Golden Guitar win.
It always will. Though even far from Melbourne.
This is Michael Waugh sending love from Tarrabalang country. I can't be with you because we're recovering from COVID, being cared for by the extraordinarily generous Susie and Jen here at Udi's Bundaberg. They're bloody legends, and thanks to their care, I'll be recovered for Friday's Tamworth show at Diggers. We couldn't be there for the red carpet, so we staged this brown carpet event in ISO so that we can show off our wonderful suits. Dirty River is a love song to Melbourne and a tribute to the ongoing tradition of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. My gratitude to the CMAA for honouring this story about the Yarra. Congratulations to all who were nominated in this category. It was enough of a win to be pictured amongst you in the nominees list. This honour is a recognition of the extraordinary talents of Shane Nicholson. Thanks to the other players on Dirty River, Josh Schubert, Felicity Urquhart, Matt Fell. Thanks to Graham Thompson, Compass Brothers and Universal Music, especially Giorgio Theodoropoulos, John O'Cattells and Joe Hodgkins. Thanks to Jules Delamere, Meredith O'Shea, Craig Kelly, Jacob McGuffey, John Bedgood, Lynn Battelle, and all country radio stations who got behind this song. Thanks to my boyfriend TJ. This album is a tribute to my family. I lost Mum and Dad at the start of 2020 and my brother Dan in November 21. Their spirits live large in these songs and I know they would be proud. Thanks to my country music family for your love and care through this dark time, and thanks to my Melbourne family. My home stands on Wurundjeri land and I know it always will.
I love that guy. That album, The Cast, is just one of my absolute favourites. So big congratulations to Michael Waugh. Love that record, love that fella. Well, our next presenters are no strangers to the country music industry in its deep, rich history.
Yeah, that's right. He was spotted playing guitar for the late, great Slim Dusty and joined Slim's Travelling Country Band in 1975, a partnership that lasted 20 years.
And she is a singer, songwriter, ARIA Award winner, Roll of Renown inductee and 6-time Golden Guitar winner.
Please welcome 1993 Hands of Fame inductee Charlie Boyter.
And the daughter of Slim Dusty and Joy McKean, superstar in her own right, Anne Kirkpatrick.
Hey. Thank you. Well, thank you. Well, good evening, Anne. It's a great joy to be back on stage with you after all these years. I reckon your dad would be looking down on 50 years with a great big smile.
I reckon he would, Charlie. I mean, to see where we've come from that very first awards night in 1973. But Charlie, it's so great to see you back in Tamworth after many years. Yep. And I have to say that Charlie playing acoustic lead with my dad was one of the best combinations ever.
Oh, wow.
No, it was.
Thank you. Well,
they both played Martin guitars and the sound was really sublime.
Yeah, well, Slim used to call us when we were just the two of us, he used to call us the gruesome twosome. And now it's a real privilege and a pleasure to be here tonight to present the Bush Ballad of the Year, Anne.
Yeah, that's right. And, you know, it's a unique genre started by my dad and people like Tex Morton, and it's really thriving at the moment. The number of festivals and the spread in the final nominees this year is so interesting, from the young'uns right through to the traditional. And what do you reckon, Charlie? We should have a look.
Yep, I reckon let's take a look at the 5 nominees now.
Bush Ballad of the Year. And the nominees are Don't Shed a Tear for Me, written by Alan Caswell, Dean Perrott and Manfred Vijars, recorded by Alan Caswell. The Easy Way, written by Angus Gill and Manfred Vijars, recorded by Angus Gill.
The Easy Way.
My Fire, written by Troy Cassadaly and Dean Perrott, recorded by Dean Perrott.
You're welcome at this fire anytime.
Just Let Him Be, written by Jeff Sidebottom, recorded by Diane Lindsay.
Won't you let him be? Set him free.
Common Sense, written by Ian Quinn, recorded by Tracy Costa.
Back to a time we were ruled by common sense.
And the golden guitar for Bush Ballad of the Year goes to
Angus Gill and Manfred Vijars. Congratulations.
there and she's already gone. You might think she's an outlaw, but she ain't done.
Angus's first job at 10 was singing bush ballads at his local theme park, Timbertown, every Saturday for $25 and a meat pie. The Easy Way, inspired by the book Grapes of Wrath and a neighbour who sold his farm, the song explores the reoccurring and all too common theme of how long families can hold on to their land before having to sell up and leave. This is Angus's first ever Golden Guitar win and the third win for co-writer Manfred Vijars.
You hardly know she's there and she's already gone. You might think she's an outlaw, but she ain't done nothing.
I think I've got a bit of the Parkinson's. Wow, I haven't felt like this since I won a colouring in competition one time. So this is really something. I think I might have to take out some of these things I've prepared earlier because this is a shock. Manfred.
What? We're not on Zoom.
Yeah, we're not on Zoom. We wrote this song together over Zoom. I come from a bush ballad background. I grew up singing at Timbertown, my local heritage theme park, for every Sunday for 4 hours for $25 and a meat pie. And it was a bloody good meat pie as well, may I say. And so I've also been fortunate, and I would like to thank Peter Code, Virginia Lynette, Lorraine Fitzner and the Australian Bush Balladeers Association who put me through the Academy of Country Music several times. So thank you guys. Man, this has been 17 years in the making. I first came to Tamworth when I was 7 and I entered a talent quest over at West Diggers, and I think they were short on judges that year because they couldn't get like a high profile act, so they got the next best thing, Pauline Hanson. Inviting Pauline Hanson to judge a talent quest is almost like inviting a vegan to a sausage sizzle. But I didn't win and I'm still bitter. I'd like to thank my wonderful friend and co-writer, Manfred Vijars. This was a bastard of a song to write. We took about 2 months to write it backwards and forwards, and I think the thing, and why it's taken me a while to write another Bush Balladeer song is it's all down to the idea and authenticity as at the heart of this genre. And we find that I was reading a book called The Grapes of Wrath, and I was also inspired by a neighbour up the road. He actually had to come to that point where he was, he had to decide whether he was going to stay or leave the farm. And so I had a bit of an angle, and we wrote the song. So I'd love to thank my wonderful family. I love you all, well, most of you, but I'm going to have to take out some of my prompts here because I will not remember. Oh, to Ken Chainsaw Lindsay, to Mandy Lindsay, my friend Alan Mackey in Toowoomba, to John Elliott. I want to dedicate this to my number one fan, my grandma, Lynn Rousel. Unfortunately, we just lost her recently, but I know she'd be as proud as punch. To Jeff McCormack, Stewie French, Jared Adlam, Rhys Baines and Tim Crouch for being a part of this song. To my publisher Philip Mortlock, Philip Walker, Nick Young and the team at Origin Music Publishing. To my publicists Kaz Waters and Stuart Coop. Thank you guys. One way to get good publicity is to get two opposing publicists and let them fight it out. I'd like to thank Dougal Austin, my agent, Mark Bolton, Michael Chase, Jessica and the team at MGM, to the late, great David Woodward, to Adam Harvey and Becky Cole, Graham Connors and Alan Caswell. You guys are the reason that I'm doing this, getting me up on stage to sing when I was 10 years of age and being, great friends and encouragers since then. So thank you guys. I think I'm almost done. I'm gonna forget a whole heap of people, but it's been a long time coming. If I forget you, I'm really sorry. It's just that you're not that important. Thanks, folks. Oh, also, Saturday the 23rd, I've got my show at the Tamworth Services Club, 7 p.m. Come along. Thanks, guys.
You know, it's actually quite hard to get a word in edgeways with this young fella, even when we're writing. But Angus is an old soul and a great person to write with. I love the collaborations, really, I do. It's where 1 and 1 makes 3. I'd also like to thank the CMAA for the wonderful event, and also for all of the nominees, and particularly in Bush Ballads. It's really the stories of our country, the stories of Australia. And I just love them to bits. I'm a baggy-ass poet normally, but I enjoy the writing as well. I'd like to say thank you to my 2 biggest fans, Eli and Ivy, and my little grandies, little munchkins, and thank you to all those who believe in the work that we do. Thank you very, very much.
You know what I love? A good short speech. I think
Always good, isn't it?
I think it really makes the night just flow. Slick. Is that the word for it?
That's the
But
word.
hang on, before we go on, we mentioned Slim Dusty earlier. I want to get back to Slim Dusty. Now, this is an incredible statistic, right? Did you know? So this week, Slim's album, The Very Best of Slim Dusty, is at number 6 on the top 20 ARIA Australian country music charts, okay? That album has been in the charts now for 23 years. Amazing.
A testament to the great man he was and the legend he still is.
Well, the next performer vying for new talent tonight is a good mate of mine who has been touring with me on my current Highway 1 tour.
She certainly has. And she released her debut album, Finally Clear, last year, and it debuted at number 1 on the ARIA Australian Country Album Chart.
Please welcome nominee for New Talent of the Year, Rachel Richards.
But your voice is strong, like you know a thing or two. We'll give you a shot, and we'll laugh when it all comes undone. You don't play the game the way that the boys do around here. The boys do around you. You ain't one of us, but you look like you might care too much. We'll give you a bunch of stuff that will keep you busy, but not busy enough. You don't play the game the way that the boys do around here. The boys do around here. You don't have a thing to say the way we wanna hear, 'cause we don't wanna Maybe I'm too loud, maybe I'm too rough. Should've kept my voice down and not spoke up, 'cause I've got ideas, some good, some bad, but they can't all be bad. They can't all be bad. Maybe I'm too strong.
Where did the Golden Guitar Award come from and the idea? It dates back to the late 60s, early 70s when 2DM had been fully engrossed in the promotion of country music by touring and the discussion about perhaps there should be an awards to actually reflect the excellence that was being displayed in this growing genre of Australian country music. John Minson and Max Ellis that were actually at an awards ceremony in Sydney where they were giving out awards made from perspex, and as they handed one of these awards to an awardee, it collapsed and disintegrated, and both Max and John remarked, well, we're not going to have anything that fragile and that brave. We're going to have a solid trophy. John Minson's family were quite well respected in the glass blowing and the glass manufacture, and they had colleagues that were actually in Austral Bronze, which incidentally is still the company that produces the Golden Guitars some 50 years on. John, being a musician himself, he looked at the concept of actually having a trophy that reflected the changing tones and the movement from acoustic music to electric music. The concept of a guitar that actually carried those qualities was the right way to go. And a Les Paul Gibson is the main model that they modelled it on, which is actually an acoustic body and then the electric pickups, but also the Gretsch, a single cutaway, which at that stage was being designed by an American country music artist, Chet Atkins. So that design, that concept of this electric acoustic guitar was given to a local artist in Barraba named Harry Frost, and Harry then crafted the mould of that guitar to actually be roughly 220 mil high guitar mounted on Tasmanian blackwood, and that's still the basis of the guitar that's actually given away today.
It's now time for the third and final Genre Album Award to present Traditional Country Album of the Year. He is a two-time Golden Guitar winner and nominee for Male Artist of the Year. And she is an ARIA Award winner and 21-time Golden Guitar winner. Let's hear it for Swifty, Andrew Swift, and Zanzibar, Sarah Storer.
Jeez, oh, that's a nice welcome. Can I just say thank you to Angus for paving the way for us to plug our shows while we're up here presenting. Sarah, do you want to plug?
Yes, it's in the guide.
Oh, it's in the guide. Just check the guide. That's cool. Well, it's great to be here and part of the 50th celebrations. Sarah, who are some of the traditional country artists who influenced you when you were starting out?
Well, Andrew, a couple of artists come to mind. You may be shocked, but I'm a big fan of John Williamson. But Dad also introduced me to Slim Dusty, another Aussie storyteller who sung of character, our country, our colours, our history, our slang, and add a little dash of magic, and our everyday people. But most of all, they sung of our stories. Yes, they're simple, but these songs and albums take us on a journey, whether it's with three sons in their swags around a campfire, or the adventures of a ringer from the top end.
Well, there's certainly a strong lineup of artists for traditional album this evening, all at different stages of their careers, but all with that classic country sound.
Let's take a look at the 5 nominees.
Traditional Country Album of the Year. And the nominees are Songs from Highway 1, Adam Harvey, produced by Adam Harvey.
And Les was back on Lindemann again.
The Scrapbook, Angus Gill, produced by Angus Gill and Tim Crouch.
Done nothing wrong. She's moving like a bullet that was fired.
Aussie As Volume 2, Matt Scullion, produced by Shane Nicholson.
The first Australian cricket side was Aberystwyth.
Introducing Michael Carpenter and the Banks Brothers, produced by Michael Carpenter. Finally Clear, Rachel Whitchurch, produced by Matt Fell.
And the Golden Guitar for Traditional Country Album of the Year goes to... Songs from Highway 1, Adam Harvey.
Pretty soon that weathered face would line up with the green.
This is Adam's 15th studio album and his first self-produced one. Inspired by his years touring around the country, the album is about adventure, freedom and looking forward, while with a writer's taste for nostalgia, taking the time to look through the rearview mirror of life as well. This win takes Adam's Golden Guitar career tally to 9.
Wow, thank you so very much. I love traditional country music. It fills my cup. It's my therapy, you know, when I listen to it, and I've loved it since I was a kid. And I'm just so fortunate that country music's been so good to me and our family, and I've been able to do it now for a living, and not many people get to do what they love for a living. I'd love to thank Sony Music, Rachel from Sure Thing Agency. I'd love to thank all of my sponsors that keep me on the road: Sixt Hire Cars, Thomas Cook Boot and Clothing, Maton Guitars, Bundaberg Rum. There's a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to forget some, but you know, over the last couple of years, there's an old saying that sometimes you don't appreciate what you've got until it's gone. And when I couldn't go out on the road anymore, and the band and we couldn't go out and do shows and play to all you beautiful people, I sort of realised that maybe I had been taking it a little bit for granted. And now that I can do that again, I'm loving it more than ever, and I am so thankful that we can travel around Australia and you beautiful people turn up time after time after time again. I really appreciate it. I mean that. Thank you. I know I'm probably going to forget some people, but the most important one is the most beautiful woman that ever drew a breath of air, my wife, Miss Kathy. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sammy White, of course, our final performer vying for new talent. She was to have been performing here tonight, but unfortunately she had to isolate due to COVID at the last minute and was unable to be with us all, which is such a bummer because, of course, she won Star Maker in 2020 and then COVID hit, but we send her all of our love and wish her all the very best. Sammy White, everybody. Next up, we have indeed a very special presentation, the CMAA Musician of the Year. And to present, please welcome Meryl Davis, the daughter of the late Barry Bazza Thornton, legendary country music guitarist, and of course Laurie Minson, son of the late John Minson, Mr. Hoedown, who was one of the founders of the Tamworth Country Music Festival. Put your hands together, everybody.
Whether they're recording parts for hit songs or playing live out on the road, musicians are the creative force that helps every great artist achieve success.
This award recognises exceptional talent and acknowledges a musician who has made an outstanding contribution to the Australian country music industry over many years.
This year's recipient, I'm going to cry,
Come on.
is a Queenslander, a multi-instrumentalist who has played on countless recordings and toured with most of the biggest names in the industry. He's also a songwriter, a record producer, and are recognised as an artist in his own right.
There's a typo here, it says she. He came to my attention back in the 90s, playing in Gina Jeffrey's band, and then we went on to work together side by side for many years, playing in Lee Kernighan's band.
We've been watching him here on stage, and now it's time to shine the spotlight on the 2022 CMAA Musician of the Year,
Brendan Radford.
Wow, that's pretty special. Thank you.
On the mic.
Laurie's giving me a bit of coaching in mic technique. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Be interesting trying to play the next song. Thanks very much for this. What an honour. I'd like to thank the CMAA first of all for having this award. I think we've gone without it for a couple of years, and I think musicians really are such an important part of everything that goes on here. I'm pleased to be part of this family. I first came to Tamworth in, I think, 1987, and I've been to every festival except 1996, which was the year after my dad passed away. And my mum and dad used to come to the festivals with me early on, and my wife Deb. Deb's at home tonight, and she has spent quite a few of the last Christmases, and this year, Easter, she'd be out on the beach and I'd be sitting at a table with an iPad and a computer and headphones on. And so thanks, Deb. All my kids and quite a few grandkids now. Family's very important to me, so it's often been challenging balancing those responsibilities and these responsibilities, and it's just great that I've been able to do that. And I thank all the people that I've worked with, and I won't start naming them. The first year I came to Tamworth was with a band called the Country Boys. There's a fellow in Brisbane by the name of Toby Tyler who still has that band together. They're still doing the clubs around Brisbane. So I thank Toby for that. My life changed, my musical life changed in 1988 when I went to a place called the Tudor Hotel and saw a band called the Three Chord Wonders. And that was when I raced straight out and bought a Passac acoustic equaliser because I had to start playing acoustic guitar. It happened in this town. Laurie and John, and Andrew and Steve, yeah. There's lots of other stories. I just feel very privileged and honoured to be able to work with best musicians in the world. Absolutely. People have spoken about the last 2 years. Keeps coming up, obviously. I've done some soul searching and I've spoken to some people in the industry who've done the same thing, and there have been times where I've thought, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. But then I do something like this, and I come out the other side and I just feel like I just want to do that all the time. I just want to do so much more of it, and that's how I feel now. So I thank you all. Thanks once again.
Over the past 12 months, many in our industry have sadly passed, and we now take this moment to acknowledge their contribution to country music and its growth across the nation.
Mate, that one was hard.
Yeah. Prousty was one of our best mates. You know, one of the things I loved about Prousty, there was
so
two
many
things. His great saying, he used to come round to my house after every weekend away doing his bush poetry, and he used to say, "You should have seen me." The other thing I love about Prousty, if he was still here now, he'd be saying, "Bloody hurry up and get on with it." So
he would be, and so would Therese Prowse, who's sitting over there. So
Yeah,
bless him,
Yep.
and bless all of those gorgeous faces up there. We miss you, and Ricky Ship, love you to death.
Anyway, guys, as Prousty would say, let's get into it. It's time to give away the golden guitar for New Talent of the Year.
Our first presenter is a 9-time Golden Guitar winner, Toyota Star Maker winner, and indeed she's in charge of all of that sort of stuff that we do at the Academy. She just heads up all those young people, and she does it so well. She's been doing it for many years. She's one of my very dear friends. Adam, I want to ask you.
Okay. After all these years, you're going to ask me now in front of everyone.
Did you stop it?
No,
Stop it!
It's a family show.
Did you ever watch Neighbours?
Oh, you mean like the next door neighbours with the binoculars? Hey, those charges were dropped.
I'm talking about on the telly.
Our second presenter is probably one of the most instantly recognisable and loved actors who recently finished up after 27 years portraying Dr. Carl Kennedy.
Please welcome the fabulous Lynn Bodell and Dr. Carl, Alan Fletcher.
Oh, Alan, welcome to Tamworth.
Thank you, Lynn. I've got to say, Mrs. Fletcher and I are having the time of our lives. We love Tamworth, we love this week, we're loving this festival, to the point where I reckon we should move up here.
Okay. I think they'll have you.
Thank you.
I think they'd like you as their neighbour. You have just recently fulfilled one of your great passions and recorded an Americana and folk-inspired album with Lachlan Bryan and Damien Caffarella as your producers. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you. And huge thanks to Lachlan and Damien. They've been my inspiration. They are my muse. And they've made it all happen. So thank you, guys. My first single, Sorry As the Word, is just out, and the album will be out later in the year.
That's so cool. Hey, is that, so that would be your first country album you recorded?
Yep.
And this is your first Tamworth Country Music Festival. And this is your first awards. Okay, so therefore you'll actually be eligible to win this category next year. Right?
If I won New Talent of the Year, I'd retire a happy man, I'm going to say. I would still be 8 golden guitars behind you, and we cannot wait for the release of your new album next month, Wiser. Let's keep an eye out for that one, yeah?
Thank you.
Right now, let's have a look at the 5 nominees vying for New Talent of the Year.
New Talent of the Year. And the nominees are Camille Trail, I Know I'm Hard to Love.
I know I'm hard to love sometimes, but I want you to try.
Cass Hopetown, Who Needs Hawaii? Darlinghurst, Where Do We Go?
Baby, I don't really care 'cause I got you. Oh no, oh no.
Rachel Whitchurch, You Ain't One of Us. Sammy White, Running Away Tonight.
Every one of them a worthy winner, no doubt.
Yeah.
But the golden guitar for New Talent of the Year goes to
Darlinghurst!
This Melbourne-based 4-piece is made up of Matt Davidis, Cassie Leopold, Pagan Newman and Jason Resch. With all 4 members combining their different musical influences and experiences, Darlinghurst have created a fresh sound in the Australian country sphere that's as accessible as it is unique. Nominated in the same category in 2021, and with a total of 3 nominations this evening, the band is also a nominee in the upcoming Group or Duo of the Year.
At the starlight, and it always feels right when I'm with you. Time slips away. We're in a full and long haul anyway. You want it?
Woo! I'm very excited.
Oh, we should all hold it just together.
What does
all
it feel
of us.
like?
Feels good. It feels
Wow,
good.
there it is.
This is unbelievable. Honestly, this is a dream come true for all of us. To stand on this stage, even perform tonight, and look out amongst our peers, it's unbelievable. I've got to wind it up. I know, I got the whole Angus thing. Make it short. So what I will say is this. We have a beautiful army and a team around us that give us the opportunities that we have. We would not be here without them. I will say this, Helium Records, amazing. We love the label that look after us, and I mean they love us like family. Mark Fennessy, thank you. I know you're not here tonight. Alan Robinson, Mark Pope, we absolutely adore you. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I think out of everyone expects probably me to cry the least, but I'm like very on the verge, so I'm sorry if I just start to bawl my eyes out. Thank you so much, the CMAAs. I'm so beyond words right now. We really want to thank MGM. We want to thank Jules Delamere. We actually want to thank Kaz Waters just because she's a bloody legend. We want to thank all streaming platforms. We want to thank just everyone that's been involved. I have so many swear words I want to say, but I won't.
Don't.
Hello there, how's it going? Just want to thank Pete Dacey and Jack Joseph Puig. It was a joy and an honour to make this record together. It was wonderful. And, you know, we want to thank all the musicians that, invited us up along the way. And, you know, while we're here, Brendan, thank you so much for... And the band, so thank you so much. To all the promoters and the agents, particularly Frank Stavala, thank you very much. Where's Matt? You there? Yeah, there we go. Am I next?
Yeah, look, I'd like to second Cassie. Look, we're so grateful to accept this award. We've pretty much thanked everyone, but last but not least, our fans. I don't know if you call them fans, but they're part of our team. You know, we can see you're part of our family. And, you know, whether it's coming to our gigs, you know, sending us a message on Facebook during our lockdowns, which were pretty tough. You know, we know you're there with us, and we've got a long way to go as a band, but, you know, we know that you're riding every moment with us, so thank you. Anyway, we could talk for another 3 hours, I think, so we're going to wrap it up. But, look, thank you so much. We love you all. Let's throw a few back after this, hey?
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, our next performers are on a hot... Can you guys mind hopping up for a second? Man, my feet are killing me. I've been on my feet all bloody
Really?
night and day.
All right.
Oh, man.
Doing a great job.
Oh,
thanks,
thank
Casey.
you.
Thanks.
Isn't that nice? I don't know if I can sit down. I don't want everyone to see the box office. Hang on. Sit like a lady.
Our next performers...
This is lovely. Now I know what you
Would
guys
you
are
like a drink?
experiencing.
Sorry,
I would
Chuggy.
love one. Thank you.
One there for you. There you go,
Can
darling.
we share it?
That
Thank
is
you
the
very
best
much.
wine in its price range, I'm told.
It would be. It's Chuggies. I just want to chug it.
Our next performers are on a
Drop.
high and fresh from their 2 wins earlier in the night, including Bluegrass Recording of the Year.
Here they are. And a winning song. Black Crow, the Weeping Willows. Thanks, Chuggy.
Today the black crow found me, the sins in my eyes it could see. It saw the life I stole, now it's waiting for my tomb. Today the black crow found me. Tonight the black crow followed me, perched high upon the willow tree. I buried all my crimes, gonna run it out of time. Tonight the black crow followed me. so I can never flee. They found the life I stole, now I'm hanging from the pole. This morning the black crow guards me. Evening the black crow found me. Darkness in my eyes, you can see. No mercy for my soul, now I'm bound down below. That evening the black crow found me. Forever the black crow watches me, perched high on my grave for all to see. Or one into a song, you reap what you sow. Forever the black crow watches me. Forever the black crow watches me. Forever the black crow stays with me.
Well, it's come to that time of the night where I'm losing myself. Goodness me. I just had to go and finish Chuggy's wine. Pardon me. It's come to that time of the night where we find out whose name will be set in stone outside this very venue as our 2022 Australasian Country Music Roll of Renown inductee.
To make this presentation, we welcome the chairman of the Roll of Renowned Independent Selection Panel and Awards and Festival Pioneer, Max Ellis.
Along with a man we all know and admire, one of the true giants of Australian country music, John Williamson.
Well, hello everyone. And hello, John.
Hi, Max.
I've got to look at the idiot sheet here. Well, John, you've had a pretty hectic festival, haven't you, so far? The unveiling of the bronze statue in Peel Street today was immense. Huge numbers of people excited and thrilled by the statue. Now, it must have been a pretty emotional moment for you.
It's pretty confronting, Max, to see my wrinkles in solid brass.
Oh, I think they look pretty good to me.
Yeah, yes, Tanya's done a great job, and I am absolutely so honoured. You know, I'm in the street now with Slim and Joy and Smokey Dawson, and it gives me the opportunity to say I hope that we're there because we tell the Australian story, and I really want to underline the fact that we must never lose what our country music is about. Is it about our Australian story? And we can't let the music take over the story, right?
Absolutely, John. I think most people will agree. How many of you actually saw the statue? Has there many people seen the statue? What do you think of it? Is it a good likeness? Well, if you haven't seen it, go and have a really good look at it tomorrow. I can tell you, Tanya Bartlett, our sculptor, is a real genius. She did Slim and Joy, she did Smokey, and she did the famous whaler statue in the park in Tamworth too. And the statue of John is brilliant. So go and have a look tomorrow morning. Now, John, your career started a couple of years before these awards, in 1970 when you released Old Man Emu. How many songs have you released since then?
Well, I got sick of counting when I get well over 400, but I must be around about 500 now. So,
500?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're all about Australia.
Yeah, you tell the stories of Australia brilliantly.
Can I say, I think someone like Angus Gill, what a breath of fresh air. I love what he was doing, and mate, you deserve what you got. And I think someone like Angus is a bronze statue in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we must not lose what we started with, and that is the fact that Australian country music is very, very much about the stories of Australia. Anyway, let's get back to the idiot sheet. The Roll of Renown started in 1996. Is that right?
97, yeah.
97.
Yep.
No, not 97, 76. Sorry, folks. A few years out there. And it was the first person on the Roll of Renown, of course, was the famous Tex Morton. And since then, we've had something like 52 new people going on the Roll of Renown, and this year's recipient will be the 53rd. John, how about you announcing the honours, doing the honours and announcing the winner of the
I'd love to, Max.
2022 Roll of Renown?
I'd love to. Now, I know this is going to be a very, very popular announcement, and I'm very proud to know this person. I'm not even going to tell you which gender at the moment. And look, one of the greatest performers in our country, and really paid her dues. We're going to present the Roll of Renown to Becky Cole.
Becky was born into country music. Her mother, Carol Sturzel, was a successful country performer in Adelaide, and at 14, Becky was playing in her band. A talented singer, songwriter and multi-instrumentalist, Becky performed solo on the South Australian Festival circuit before joining the Dead Ringer Band in 1991. She won Star Maker in Tamworth in 1993, launching her recording career with a single, Foolin' Around. She moved to Sydney in 1994, won the first of her current 11 golden guitars, including 5 female artist trophies. During the 2000s, she enjoyed great success, releasing many top-selling CDs. In 2005 to 6, she entertained the Australian Army in the Middle East. Her song Poster Girl, in which she expressed support for the troops, was a huge hit, winning 3 golden guitars in 2007. Becky joined close friends Gina Jeffries and Sarah Storer that same year, performing as the Songbirds until 2009.
'Cause I'd prefer to be a poster girl on the wrong side of the world.
In 2021, she started hosting Saturday Night Country on ABC Radio. She's been applauded for her powerful singing style and renowned for her dynamic stage performances.
I've been right and I know I've been wrong, but I'm for peace and I'm for love.
With her strong character so evident in her music and presentation, Becky Cole, the 2022 Roll of Renown inductee, is truly a rare talent in our world of country.
To the wisdom of the Aussie Brigadier, he spoke of widows and of orphans and
My front has absolutely gone. I am truly humbled. I can't believe it. I'm an old fart.
What does he say?
This is just so incredible. This is such an honour for me. I absolutely love the Australian country music industry. For 30 years I've been coming to Tamworth. I have made the most beautiful friends. I have made the most incredible connections, and I feel like I'm home. And I have so many people that I would like to thank. Had I known that this was going to happen, I possibly would have thought of their names prior to this. But my beautiful family is here tonight. My son Ricky, without whom I literally would not be here. He's going to be a superstar. My dad Jeff, his wife Carolyn, my brother Matthew, and his gorgeous wife Shazzy, who dressed me tonight. My family is so incredibly important to me. My friends are so important to me. The beautiful Karen, who is there, my friend for nearly 50 years. I, in about 6 months' time, will be as old as the golden guitar. And that to me, just the fact that I'm still here and still able to perform. Quite literally, I was in an absolute mess just a few weeks ago, and I wanted to shine a light, I guess, for those who may also be in the darkness along the way. I went to a little place that helped me out, and I had lots and lots of hours of therapy, and I've had a heck of a year. And this is just, I can't believe that the universe, the goddess up there, has given me the absolute highest honour in the shittest year I've ever had. But I love you so much. You are the true love of my life and always will be. Thank you.
Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, The Song Club, Felicity Urquhart and Josh Cunningham. Nothing can scatter the dark and cheer the heart like love and music. Out of the darkness that was 2020, Felicity and Josh created a story and an album that has proven to be a much-needed shot of joy to many.
A story told line upon line. Your sweet voice says, come tell it with me.
Debuting at number 1 on the ARIA Country Album Chart and number 10 on the ARIA Album Chart, the album came about when the two of them were invited to join a song club, a creative collective that tasked members with writing a song a week. 9 of the 11 tracks on the album were written as weekly song club compositions, resulting in an album of simple beauty, true-to-life narrative and music that celebrates the stories the songs tell.
Put all that learning to use. Catch up on all the years that we let slip through.
Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, The Song Club, Felicity Urquhart and Josh Cunningham.
Well, we never got started from pole position, and we've been around the track a time or two. Old bacon model got decommissioned, but a few spare parts and we'll be good as new. My motor's been running like it's reconditioned ever since you came in view. You're shifting smoother than a new transmission, from a little bit of TLC and lube. Spare parts gonna hold us together. Spare parts gonna carry us through. If we get broke down or overheated, you could work on me, I could work on you. The road of life with its wear and tear can make things feel so hard. But if we tinker around with these salvage spares, it might keep us from the old junkyard. I had a little blockage in my carburetor, but you cleaned my jets, you changed my gasket too. Now when you press down hard on my accelerator, my pistons are pumping like they're supposed to do. Just a little of your choke sure gets things started. Girl, you upgraded my ignition. No more rust and ruin with a broken heart, since you put me back in brand new condition. With your spare parts gonna hold us together. Spare parts gonna carry us through. If we get broke down or overheated, you could work on me, I could work on you. The road of life with its wear and tear can make things feel so hard. But if we tinker enough with these salvage spares, it might keep us from the old scrapyard. The road of life with its wear and tear can make you obsolete. But now you're sitting so pretty and you're debonair, so let's take it to the new backseat. You got brand new globes in the old headlamps, the high beams brighter than the dawn. Such a pitiful song I used to sing. But now listen to me, honey, when you're honking honking my horn. All of our emissions are burning clean. We got a full tank of gasoline. We got the spark plug sparking, the crankshaft cranking, the flywheel flying, girl. There's no denying these spare parts are gonna hold us together. Spare parts are gonna carry us through. If we get broke down or overheated, you could work on me, I could work on you with these spare parts. Spare parts. We're gonna roll on down the road together without spare parts.
Now it's time for the Golden Guitar for Country Music Capital News Group or Duo of the Year. And these presenters certainly shot to fame when they tested their marriage and appeared together on the hit TV show The Block. Please welcome two-time Golden Guitar winner Kirsty Lee Akers and videographer and Kirsty's handyman, Jesse Anderson.
Hello, everybody. Can I just say, I was reminded backstage to make sure I lean into the microphone so that everyone can hear us.
We need to get our box out of here.
What is this? Well, wow, what a fantastic awards night so far.
And what about our hosts, Becky and Adam? Aren't they doing a great job?
Well, what an amazing lineup of nominees we have this year in this category.
It's just way too hard to pick, I reckon.
But nothing beats collaborating with another artist or group of artists, and all of these nominees would be worthy winners.
Let's take a look at the 5 nominees.
Country Music Capital News, Group or Duo of the Year. And the nominees are Cornell and Carl,
What kind of world are we living in now? What kind of world are we?
Darlinghurst,
Goodbye. So long, go back to where you came from.
Felicity Urquhart and Josh Cunningham,
Catch up on all the years that we let slip through. There's a whole lot.
Lachlan Bryan and the Wilds,
My doctor said she advised me quit while we're ahead.
the Wolf Brothers,
First time we knew we'd ever grown up. The future was brighter and heaven was higher, and we never.
And the Golden Guitar for Country Music Capital News Group or Duo of the Year goes to...
Look out,
The
the
Wolf
Wolf
Brothers.
Brothers!
Music has long been etched into the family bones of brother duo Nick and Tom Wolf. Renowned for their jaw-dropping live shows and run of consecutive #1 country radio singles, the band have 5 award-winning studio albums under their belts and continue to break records. This is their second win this evening, having earlier won Contemporary Country Album of the Year, and it takes their Golden Guitar career tally to 6.
I'm a little bit emotional. Sorry, must have been the fireball. You know, I get to make music with my brother, and the first gig we ever did together was in the St. Aloysius Talent Quest. Primary school. St. Aloysius Primary School, where we played Badman Rising. I played Dad's snare drum, and you played your Fender Squire, and we played Badman Rising. And we lost to a girl who twirled a ribbon. So I wanted to say it feels really good to have this.
We want to give a massive shout out to the boys in our band.
Yes.
We're playing live is why we do this. We love this, and we love playing with you boys. Dave, Brody, Scotty, we bloody love you fellas.
Yeah,
And,
them boys, please.
yeah.
I really want to thank our brother, Casey Koschuk. He stopped touring with us a few years ago, but he did 10 years on the road with us, and he did play on this Kids on Cassette album. And he started this thing with us, and he was in the vans when we were sleeping on swags and truck trailer stages. So Casey Koschuk, everybody. Again, our team,
I said to my wife before, I said, you know, if I get another golden guitar tonight, I'm going to thank you, and I'm going to thank our little girl Evie, who's won, and I'm going to tell everybody we just found out my darling wife's pregnant again with another girl. I got 2 girls on the way, another one on the way, and I just want it known I own 3 shotguns. All right, okay, so.
That's country.
That's country, man.
No, look, honestly, we just want to say we grew up as fans of so many people in this room. Yeah. It's such a bloody honour and a privilege to stand up here tonight, and you know, we're so proud to be a part of this family, Australian country.
Yeah,
so
we feel part of the
much.
family, and the family is good, and Australian country music, I reckon, is the best damn thing in the world, and we're so proud to be a part of it, and we love every single one of you, and we'll keep doing this as long as we can. So thank you so much.
Yep.
We love you, and I love my brother. Thank you.
Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, Songs from Highway 1, Adam Harvey. This is Adam's 15th studio album and was inspired by his years of touring around the beautiful country he calls home.
I caught this rambling fever long ago when I first heard a lonesome whistle blow.
Recorded at the Music Cellar on the New South Wales Central Coast, Adam self-produced the album, something he'd never done before, but a role he relished. The opening track, Highway Number 1, climbed quickly to number 1 on the iTunes chart after its release.
Rambling fever, there ain't no kind of cure for my disease. Well, there's times I'd like to bid down on
an album about adventure, freedom and looking forward, while, with a writer's taste of nostalgia, taking the time to look through the rearview mirror of life as well. Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, Songs from Highway 1, Adam Harvey.
Les would say the 60s were the golden years when all his lucky stars fell into line. He was young and strong and his spirit of adventure. So I'm living in the islands at the time. A Hayman, a Happy Bay and Daydream. But Lindemann was always number 1, 'cause that's where he worked with John and Bob on the old Elizabeth E, and where he met and fell in love with Mum. Ross came north looking for a future, and Lindemann was where she found her niche. She started her own hair and beauty parlor in a little bouret on the beach. She loved to watch the ocean and the moonlight, till one night Les convinced her to jump in. And once she put her toes into the water, she realized her future was with him. And years later, back in Melbourne, when he'd had a few, he'd go out on the deck and rest his eyes. And pretty soon that weathered face would light up with a grin, and Les was back on Lindemann again. There aren't a lot of choices with the family. Little kids can't live on island time, so the Harveys headed south down to the city. But the Whitsunday still played on Les's And 30 years go by before you know it. And Les knew he was running out of steam. And the thought of going back up to the island, it just became a lovely distant dream. And then one night with the family gathered round him, we said goodbye and watched him close his eyes. And one more time that weathered face lit up with a grin. Les was back on Lindemann again. The last thing that he said is, John's come to take me fishing. And Les was back on Lindemann again. Oh, Les is back on Lindemann again. Oh, again. He's gone, Paul. He's gone back to Lindemann again. Oh, again. Love you, Dad.
How about Adam Harvey? No doubt about him, eh? What a song, what a man. Well, we are just 4 more awards away from the big one, Toyota Album of the Year. But first, to Female Artist of the Year. And to present, she is best known as 1/3 of multi-platinum selling indie pop band Shepherd, but recently announced her debut country single, which is actually going to be released tomorrow. And I love her hair. And he is a 4-time ARIA Award winner and 38-time Golden Guitar winner. Please welcome Amy Shepherd and none other than Lee Kernaghan.
Well, g'day everyone. It's great to see you. Congratulations on the 50th anniversary of the Australian Country Music Awards and the Tamworth Country Music Festival. And Amy, huge congratulations to you on your debut country single that's coming out tomorrow.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited. I'm proud to be here.
Yeah. Well, look, you come from a very talented family, and we welcome you into the country music family. I'm excited about that. And on top of all of that, you're pretty good looking too.
Oh, geez. Thank you. Thank you. It means a lot coming from you, and I feel so welcomed already, so thank you to everybody. Thank you.
And Amy, your new single was actually produced by none other than the great Lindsay Rhymes in Nashville.
That's right. He's just a huge talent. He's incredible, as are the nominees tonight. So let's take a look at the top 5 female artists.
Female Artist of the Year. And the nominees are Amber Lawrence, Ashley Dallas,
Loving me all my good and my bad days.
Catherine Britt,
Give me those home truths on a straight and hundred proof. A little bit of sweet, cut you where it's deep.
Hayley Jensen,
Karma lets you down. You ain't gonna like it when karma comes around. When you get what you deserve and you're in a world of hurt, you know.
Jane Denham,
She's wanted. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's wanted. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Here we go. And the Golden Guitar for the Female Artist of the Year goes to Ashley Dallas.
There you are either way. Loving me all my
with 4 studio albums under her belt and a 5th on the way. Ashley has cemented her own footprint in the industry with her songwriting and unique sound. In 2021, the pandemic didn't slow her down as she released 3 charting singles and continued her work as an ambassador for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. This win takes her golden guitar career tally to 3. Congratulations, Ashley Dallas.
You see the smile on my face, and the roads I wander sometimes when life's a little grey.
Sorry, I'll just take a little moment to get myself together. I want to say a big thank you. I'll start with the team that work behind the scenes continuously. It's a family team. Bet Gracie, the Country Journo, thank you for being such a supporter, getting these songs out to the radio, which leads me to say thank you to all the stations that have kept me talking in my house through lockdown about these songs and getting them out to the audiences, which is you guys out there on the tiers. Thank you for supporting my music, playing it, streaming it, sharing it online. Check Label Services, who also get my music out there, to Will, Cole Clark Guitars, Fender Australia as well. And I don't always look this good. It's thanks to a beautiful locally owned shop here in Tamworth, Just Irresistible, so thank you very much. I am very lucky that I do get to work with some pretty amazing organisations, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, Leo and all the team at United Way, thank you. The Tamworth Regional Council for signing me up as the ambassador for the program here locally. Feel like the hormones are going to take over in a minute. I grew up in a family that lived and breathed country music. It leads me to thank my grandfather Rex Dallas, my nan Addie. Also, the music was just as much supported on my mum's side of the family, the Smiths, so I want to say a big thank you to them. And it leads me to thank the musicians that have played on all of my songs and on the new record that is coming. Yes, we are dropping a baby and a record. My dad, Brett Dallas, who sits tirelessly in a room, our studio at home, where we sit and create music together, and it gives me so much joy to share that with you, Dad. And Mum's always there, supporting, encouraging, and putting up for hours in the same household, hearing these songs on repeat. So thank you for the endless love, Mum and Dad, because every time I've ever lost my way, I can turn around and you're always there. And it leads me to thank my big brother, Lindsay Dallas, our bass player. I know this says female artist, but I grew up with an incredible bond with my brother. I always wanted to be like him. He was in a great band that travelled and toured, and it just made me dream. So big Lindsay, my big brother, we share this together. So sorry if I do forget anybody, but it leads me to also say a huge thank you and a lot of love for my Kiwi, Chris O, who we celebrated our 7th wedding anniversary on Monday. He woke up this morning and he said, "Harriet's got your birthday present, but I'm hoping you win one tonight so I get off the hook." So it's safe to say you're off the hook. But I am so blessed just to be loved and to create a family with you and our little girl Harriet, who I need to say a big thanks to my sister-in-law who's got all the kids. Thank you. But Harriet has been out here with us at the rehearsals, and it's really made me sit and reflect. She sat here in the car going home talking about the golden guitars, and I want to sing, Mum, how do I sing on stage? And it just brought a memory back to me that I started dreaming in this town. I'm a proud local girl. And she made me realise that dream is still very, very alive, and this award means so much to receive on the 50th anniversary. So thank you, CMAA.
Well, okay, next up is Male Artist of the Year. And this is a huge award, Amy, and these artists have made some incredible music this year.
Again, such a strong lineup, all great in their own way and deserving of the win.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the 5 male nominees.
Male Artist of the Year. And the nominees are Andrew Swift, Brad Cox, Casey Barnes, Shane Nicholson,
The air just disappeared and you will have your way. You will have your way with me.
Troy Cassadaly,
Back on country. Back on country.
Okay. And the Golden Guitar for Male Artist of the Year, we're making some country music history tonight, everyone. It's Troy Cassadaly.
Troy has released 13 studio albums throughout his 30 years of making music. He's a proud Gumbaynggirr Bundjalung man who comes from a long line of storytellers. His passion to pen stories about this land and what lies at the heart of it has been a driving force in his career. This win tonight makes Troy the most awarded artist in the 50-year history of the Golden Guitar Awards with 39 wins. Congratulations, Troy Cassadaly.
North Queensland, how'd you do? King Street in Newtown, they tucked away the hurt.
Oh, look.
Thank you very, very much. Please be seated, be seated. Honestly, my wife should have been here on the red carpet with me to witness this, and she promised me, she made me promise I wouldn't actually have a ball, so I'm not going to cry, okay? She sent me a picture on her phone, and she hasn't got COVID, she's tested negative, but she didn't want to threaten anyone else by giving it to them by coming here on the red carpet. She's like a Mother Teresa of sorts, you know. And when she felt so crook and didn't want to endanger anyone else, she sent me a picture of her middle finger up on the phone saying it's such a bugger to miss this time for us because she's been there since we first sat at the back of the awards at the old rodeo grounds. And I remember hearing Jimmy Little singing, and I was so taken up by the Golden Guitars. We saw them earlier in big tops down the street when we were kids. But this was one of those ones where the dream started to come alive. And Laurel said to me, she said, look, one day, you know, all going well, you'll be down the front row one day and not up here in the bleachers. And that dream came true. So, look, I'm a terrible speech maker. I want to thank Lee because we had a gig cancelled here back a long, long time ago, and Lee was in my band, I was in his band. The gig was cancelled because I think the club wanted to get on with end of festival drinks, so they canned our gig. And Lee, to his credit, was playing keyboard for me, showed up the next morning to honour the gig, and it made a little bit of our own history together we talked about it via text tonight. If anything ever happens, I really wanted to mention that because he really did give me a lot of support in the early days too, and that goes both ways. But getting on to Slim Dusty now, it was such an honour to know him and to know Joy, and the only thing that made this thing sit right in my belly was getting an email from Joy this morning saying, no matter what happens, the Dusties are barracking for you. So, I've never made a list, and Joy, I love you. Your emails bring light to my day. I had some dark times during COVID, as we all did. Who's whinging, you know? Jesus, we had no gigs. But Matt Fell was a person who was at the end of the line, and so was Ted Howard when I started to make a record. And Matt was such a guiding light for me because all I could do was go down to the studio and try and write songs, but everything that came out was sad and heavy, and because I just lost my dad through suicide, so it was not a good time to be writing a record. But Matt was able to dig in to me and let me try and explain how I felt on a record. And when I walked out of the studio with him at the end of the 2 weeks, he said, you know, you've made a pretty risky record here for a country boy. And I said, look, I had to tell it like it is. I'm in a deep grieving time. I need to write about it. Ted Howard was the engineer. I want to thank the band that played. They were amazing. Sony Music. During COVID, you know, getting a deal with Sony was unheard of, but they wanted me back there. Mushroom Publishing, I'd like to thank all the writers on this record, and in particular, Kevin Bennett, who got me out of some other areas as well. Kevin is just... he made my life really, really easy when it come to songwriting. I wrote with Shane Howard, Greg Storer, Paul Kelly, Ian Moss, and Don Walker. I'd like to thank them from the bottom of my heart for being there for me to help me get this album done. Laurel, I know you're listening and watching the live stream. Sorry I didn't end up not crying. That's how life goes, baby, but I love you. I'm sorry that I got under your feet like a bad cat. During COVID, it was the most trying time for us. My kids, I'd like to say, Clay and Jem, I love you. No matter what you do, you're great little human beings, and it's such a pleasure to be your dad. And to Roxanne Brown. Last but not least, she pulled me out of the muck, and her and Laurel cooked up a plan to send me to Sydney to make this record with Matt Fell. And Roxanne, I don't know how you put up with me coming up to you whinging about the fact that gigs were being cancelled, but she got us through, and she looked after our family first and foremost, and that's the most important thing in my life. I want to say thank you very much to the CMAA. This is not wasted on me. It's never sat really well with me, but I want to say thank you to everyone who's been a part of our industry. You know who you are, whether you're a fan or a musician or whatever it is. These things are not wasted on artists like myself, and I want to say a huge thank you. Thank you, Rox. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you for being there for me.
And the winner is... Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, Kids on Cassette, The Wolf Brothers. Written and recorded between Australia, Nashville and Canada, and produced with a team of the genre's best producers, their fifth studio album features collaborations with the likes of Amy Shepherd, Jack Jones, and international superstars Low Cash.
Line up, throw 'em back. Life is hard, that's a fact. When you tell me what you wish for about...
Kids on Cassette debuted at #1 on the ARIA Country Album Chart, #2 on the ARIA Australian Album Chart, and #6 on the ARIA All Genre Chart. That same day saw the Wolf Brothers celebrating their 15th consecutive #1 country single with Startin' Something, the third single released from the album.
good is as good as it gets. If there's anything better, man, I ain't seen it yet.
As one reviewer put it, an album full of sunshine, good times, and damn fine tunes. Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, Kids on Cassette, The Wolf Brothers.
Well, you don't like my smoking, you don't like my drinking, you don't always understand my simple way of thinking, but some kind of magic we feel like whiskey and coke. Once I got a taste of you, you had me on the ropes. I like a lot, you like a little. Let's take a shot, we can meet in the middle. Try trying to better crazy, I try to toe the line. Yeah, we might come from different worlds, but when I was collide, it's a cosmic reaction. It's the law of attraction. When you get us both together, something good's gonna happen. You buy designer and I'm okay in jeans.
We go together just like islands in a stream.
Your dollar parking perfect,
your candy ride is cool.
Toe to toe, skin on skin, we're good at what we do, yeah. I like a lot, you like a little. Let's take a shot, we can meet in the middle. Try time a bit of crazy,
yeah, baby.
I try to toe the line. Yeah, we might come from different worlds, but when our worlds collide, it's a cosmic reaction. It's the law of attraction. You get us both together, something good's gonna happen. Something good's coming. Something good's coming. Something good's coming. I like a lot, you like a little. Let's take a shot, we can meet in the middle. Try tiny bit of crazy, I try to toe the line. Yeah, yeah, we might come from different worlds, but when our worlds collide, it's a cosmic reaction. It's the law of attraction. When you get us both together, something good's gonna happen. Cosmic reaction, it's the law of attraction. When you get us both together, something good's gonna happen. Hey. Something good's coming. Well, Laurie.
How bloody good was that? Wow.
Nice one, Laurie. Beautifully done. Honestly, darling, I could fall for you. That was just gorgeous.
And I've got to say, thanks to my lovely wife, Kathy, she came out the back about 15 minutes ago, and I thought she was coming out the back to congratulate me for winning a golden guitar. And I said, and she said, your fly's undone, you idiot. and I'm paranoid about that. Like, have you ever had one of those like wardrobe malfunctions at a big event or a gig or something?
I have, in fact, on this very stage in, I think,
Really?
1995. Yeah, I was wearing a bit of a strapless number. And do you know, I think it's called Amazing Tape or some sort of incredible Hollywood tape. There it is. Well, it didn't work. And one of the old Conway Twitties...
Hello, darling. Yeah.
Said,
Wow.
hello, darling. Yeah. I think I kind of got away with it because I tucked her back in, but it was... this is the perils that one faces in these, and here you are tonight, and you're fronting up again, you know. It's good on you.
With my fly done back up. Thank you very much, Kathy. Now we're here to present the APRA AMCOS Song of the Year, and the presenters are a great mate of mine, Andrew Farris, who last year was placed on the APRA AMCOS Billion list. Now, that is recognising a song that has surpassed 1 billion streams.
Whoa.
Holy moly.
All right.
Ka-ching royalties.
Along with Andrew, there is the 2022 APRA AMCOS Professional Development Award recipient for Country Americana, Mel Dyer, and she's fantastic. Please make them welcome.
Hey, Melanie.
Hello, Billy and Andrew.
Yeah, well, as my dad used to say, no one gets through life without help from other people. I hear you've just made the big tree change from Sydney to Port Macquarie.
I did. I bypassed my family farm in Mount Russell near Inverell and wrote a bunch of songs, and I've just moved to the beautiful mid-north coast.
Good for you. And we are so lucky to live in this country where we live. Yes, I just love living regionally. I've owned a block of dirt in northwest New South Wales for 30 years. Most of my mates are farmers and entertainment people, but very inspirational for songwriting. Yeah.
For sure, and it's a great segue into this next category, which is APRA AMCOS Song of the Year.
Yes, Mel. 5 exceptional songs written by a bunch of exceptional songwriters. Let's take a look at the nominees.
APRA AMCOS Song of the Year, and the nominees are Lindemann Again, written by Adam Harvey and Graham Connors, recorded by Adam Harvey.
Stars fell into line. He was young.
Love Songs Ain't For Us, featuring Keith Urban, written by Amy Shark and Ed Sheeran, recorded by Amy Shark, featuring Keith Urban. And You Will Have Your Way, written and recorded by Shane Nicholson. Kids on Cassette, written by Nick Wolfe, Tom Wolfe, Eric Dillon and Brodie Rainbird, recorded by the Wolfe Brothers. Back on Country, written by Troy Cassadaly and Kevin Bennett, recorded by Troy Cassadaly.
Back on country.
And the golden guitar for APRA Song of the Year
Come on, Mel.
goes to...
Okay, here we go.
Nerve-wracking.
And You Will Have Your Way
Shane
by Shane Nicholson. All right.
Shane is equally adept at songwriting, producing, performing and recording. Once again, he delivers a song of the highest quality about the complexities of life and all its intricacies. This is Shane's 3rd win this evening and takes his golden guitar career tally to 14.
Much as you always thought you would.
Thank you very much. I mean, far out. I wasn't really ready for this either, but it's a good opportunity for me to say, not so much about this song, but the record that this song lives on, was pretty much an extended therapy session for me, this record, as most of them are. But this record in particular was coloured by the passing of Glenn Hanna, my very good friend, all of our very good friend. And a lot of this record was writing songs to work through that, I guess, in my own way. And I think of this album as his record. And this song I remember writing in an Airbnb before COVID happened. I wrote all this record before COVID. And I was just hiring Airbnbs in the next suburb to where I live, just so I could get out of my own space and write songs. And I remember writing this song at 2 a.m, and it kind of came from thinking about him, and a lot of the record really did come from thinking about him and my other good friends that are still here, and how that process, making this record, reminded me of the importance of the ones that are still here. And I want to dedicate this to Gunga and thank him for giving me this record, and also to the ones that are still here. I love you guys heaps. Thank you.
Over 50 years, it seems to just go past without noticing, but we've actually held the awards in probably 10 different locations, all offering a unique experience. We started off in the Tamworth Town Hall in 1973, and then in 1980, we decided that we'd outgrown the Town Hall and decided, let's pitch the largest circus tent in the Southern Hemisphere on where the actual playground is now, on that block of dirt next to the park. So for 3 years, we ran in the largest circus tent in the Southern Hemisphere until the third year of that 3 years, a huge storm hit. And this storm nearly knocked this tent over. So we had 5,000 people in this marquee, seriously under threat from this storm, with these giant titanium tent posts jumping around, sort of moving around. And that probably decided we will never run it in the tent again. And so the next 2 years, we converted a Motor Body Works, a company that was making fiberglass bodies for ambulances. So we negotiated that we'd actually use 3/5 of their factory and turn that into what was at the time the largest licensed auditorium in Australia. It was before the Entertainment Centre, before all these other venues. I'm not sure if you've ever been inside a drum if someone's playing it, but the second year it rained on top of this, 2 or 3 acres of roof, and you could not hear a word. So it was decided that perhaps that wasn't the right building. Moved into a workman's club for a year. We then moved to a school hall for about 3 years. We then moved to a newer school hall where we actually ran live television of the awards for about 4 or 5 years. And then from that school hall, we then ultimately went to a rodeo arena for about 3 years. And then towards the end of the 90s, Trek, the Tamworth Regional Entertainment Centre, the current venue for the awards, we moved into that in year 2000. And so it's been there for the last 20 years. And so it's been in several different places, several different times, all with their own little highlights and downlights, but it's been a bit of a journey.
And now it's time to present one of our final awards for this evening, Top Selling Australian Album of the Year.
To present this award, we are honoured to have here tonight the man who holds the highest office in the country.
He had a long career and a very distinguished 42-year military career, culminating with his appointment as Chief of the Defence Force in 2011, a position he held until his retirement until 2014.
He was the 39th Governor of New South Wales from 2014 to early 2019 before being sworn in as the Governor-General of the Commonwealth of Australia in July later that year.
And to present the award with him tonight, well, it's one of our best friends, country music's best. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome 13-time Golden Guitar winner, the much-loved Felicity Urquhart.
And the Governor-General of the Commonwealth of Australia, His Excellency General, the Honourable David Hurley.
Well, Your Excellency, it is absolutely wonderful to have you here and Mrs. Hurley celebrating the 50th Tamworth Country Music Festival and our Golden Guitar Awards.
Felicity, thank you. Linda and I have just had a fantastic day today. Just joining in everyone who says how great it is to be back out again, to be able to do this. And the fact we couldn't do it in January, we're back here now in April, just such a magnificent achievement by all who've been organising the awards, the public that supported it. The vibe out on the street today was absolutely tremendous, so congratulations. It's a great time to celebrate, and thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you.
Well, I heard you had the chance to soak up some of what Tamworth has to offer, and I know that Mrs. Hurley was enjoying a little bit of shopping time today.
There are no secrets in our life, Felicity. But could I just say, on a serious note, I'm an extreme optimist about Australia. And one of the reasons why is because of what I see here in this room tonight. Can I particularly thank the one or two people who came up here tonight and said they'd had a difficult time over the last couple of years, and have said it publicly. And I just want to urge everyone, if you're in that boat, get out there, get help. Your mates, your friends are here for you. Thank you.
We all absolutely know how important those words are, and I'm nodding in agreement in a big way. Well, we are here right now to award the top-selling album of the year. And it is a little different that the winner in this is determined by album sales figures that are compiled by ARIA for 2021 calendar year. Well, I believe that we have a very worthy recipient this year who was announced in January. But let's take a look at the top 5 selling albums of 2021.
That was my line, Felicity.
And the 5 top-selling Australian country albums in 2021, based on the ARIA charts, were: at number 5, The Art of Letting Go, Andrew Swift.
I got a head full of honey.
At number 4, with their self-titled album, Darlinghurst. At number 3, Kids on Cassette, The Wolf Brothers. At number 2, Songs from Highway 1, Adam Harvey.
With the grin, and Liz was back on Lindemann again.
And at number 1, the highest selling Australian country album and top selling Australian album of the year went to The World Today, Troy Cassar-Daley. The World Today is Troy's 13th studio album. It took out the 2021 ARIA Award for Best Country Album and features songs co-written with Paul Kelly, Ian Moss and Don Walker. This win takes Troy's Golden Guitar career tally to 40.
I'm going to keep it really short. I just have to say I wish Laura was here again, but because she's going to be Mother Teresa tonight, she has to stay at home. She doesn't want to infect anyone. We've just been, last day or so, just really pent up with emotion, and that's what these things do to you. That's how special they are. I really have to say thank you to Sony Music, obviously for all the work they put in. How Roxanne Brown got me a record deal in the middle of COVID, I will never know. She's some sort of miracle worker. But I was in the depths of despair, and she's going, oh, I think we might be able to get you a record deal, because I was out of a deal. And when you're old like me, you think, oh, maybe no one wants me, I suppose. We'll just have to keep going independent or something. But she scratched around and got 3 or 4 people to show some interest in what I do. And I still reckon I have a lot of some of the best stuff I can write yet inside me now. I've gotten to the other side of the darkest stuff. So if you hang around with me, folks, hopefully there'll be better songs on the next record. Love you all. Thank you very much.
Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, Living in Colour, Shane Nicholson. This is Shane's 9th studio album and was released in August 2021. Shane self-produced the album, writing and recording it on his own in a studio on the Central Coast due to the ongoing COVID restrictions.
Ghosts at the table, junk mail and trash. I bury myself in cigarette ash.
Nominated for Best Country Album at the 2021 ARIA Awards, Living in Colour has been described as both a celebration of music and a lament for a world gone crazy.
Sticking it out through another day, but it's better than taking the other way.
The album captures Nicholson's charismatic talent for writing striking songs that pay tribute to the unpredictability of human experience with the ability to wrap up difficult subject matters with music of uplifting beauty and charm. Nominee for Toyota Album of the Year, Living in Colour, Shane Nicholson.
Ain't it hard to believe in love when you're on the ground and spitting blood? When the old ghouls come walking in and the bugs wake up beneath your skin, that hopeless kid that stole the crown send his dogs to hunt you down. There ain't no room in here, the edges disappeared, and you will have your way, you will have your way with me. Ain't it hard to believe in good, much as you always thought you would? When the picture don't fit the frame, when the art don't justify the fame, while lesser men with more to say become the heroes of the day. There ain't no room in here, the edges disappeared, and you will have your way, you will have your way with me. Ain't it hard to believe in friends, but you do your best to pretend. Some forget you and some you need, some will love you, some will leave. Now there ain't no room in here, the edges disappeared, and you will have your way, you will have your way. The rabble will be blessed, God will get his rest, and you will have your way, you will have your way, you will have your way with me. You will have your way with me.
Thanks, Tamworth.
Shane Nicholson. Well done, Shane. Well, we made it. Almost. Almost. We're nearly there, ladies and gentlemen, I promise. But it has been a fantastic night. But there is the big one to go, Toyota Album of the Year.
Ah, yes. Please welcome to present Senior Manager Marketing Integration Toyota Australia. What a title.
Wow, it rolls off the tongue,
Tim
doesn't it?
Stuckey, who's with him?
Our friend who just won the Star Maker of the Year, Max Jackson.
So Max, Congratulations on taking out the title last night, and now you've become the 2022 Toyota Star Maker. What a fantastic effort. Welcome to the Toyota family. It's fantastic to have you aboard, and it's going to be an exciting year ahead for you.
Oh, thank you so much, Tim. It was an amazing experience, and it will be a night to remember for a very long time. It's really great to know that after the enormous pressure that our beautiful industry has been under over the last 2 years, that there is still something really positive and hopeful for new artists to look forward to.
Max, it's Toyota's great pleasure to be able to play its part in supporting the future of Australian country music. However, I'm sorry to say that Sammy White unfortunately can't be here tonight for, you guessed it, COVID. But I really do want to wish her all the very best and thank her for being a wonderful Star Maker ambassador during the last 2 challenging years. On behalf of Toyota Australia, I'd also like to say thank you to the Tamworth Regional Council. So thank you, Barry and the team. It's been an unbelievable feat to be able to reorganise the festival, pull it together and have it as big as it's ever been in such a short period of time. I'd also like to thank everyone here tonight for playing their part in the Australian country music industry as well as making the 50th. I mean, what a number, what an amazing effort, 50th annual festival, such a huge success. And this year, and we're also very proud of this, it marks Toyota's 30 years of sponsoring the festival, and we're really excited about that. 26 of those have been supporting the the Toyota Star Maker. It is Australia's oldest, most prestigious country music talent search. So Max, you are now a part of a renowned club, and you look around the audience here and there's so many superstars that are in that club with you. So
I feel very lucky. Thank you, Tim.
We're delighted to be able to continue our commitment of supporting country music in Australia and also to be part of the Golden Guitars Awards again this year as you celebrate 50. It's exciting, it's amazing, and we're absolutely delighted. Finally, we're thrilled to be supporting the Toyota Album of the Year, and we think it is the perfect way to celebrate country music in Australia.
Well, why don't we take a look at the 5 nominees vying for the 2022 Toyota Album of the Year.
Toyota Album of the Year. And the nominees are Songs from Highway 1, Adam Harvey, produced by Adam Harvey.
I got rambling fever in my blood.
I got this.
The Song Club, Felicity Urquhart and Josh Cunningham, produced by Josh Cunningham and Felicity Urquhart. Living in Colour, Shane Nicholson, produced by Shane Nicholson. Kids on Cassette, The Wolf Brothers, produced by Nick Wolf, Matt Fell, Lindsay Rhymes, Johnny Gasparis, Scott Bradley Stephen and Patrick James. The World Today, Troy Cassadaly, produced by Matt Fell.
What are we gonna do for the world today?
And the winner of the big one, the Golden Guitar for 2022 Toyota Album of the Year, goes to
Shane Nicholson.
Shane's album, Living in Colour, shows Shane in different hues, trusting and cynical, father and friend, sometimes buoyant and in love, beginning to have faith in the world, other times struggling to make sense of the same world that can rip your heart right out. This is Shane's 4th win this evening and takes his Golden Guitar career tally to 15. Congratulations, Shane.
Some will love you, some will leave, and now there ain't no room in here.
Oh, no, it's a ring. It's a pretty one. Thank you so very, very much. Obviously, this is the weighty end of the evening. To be standing here for this award means a lot. There was a lot of really good music made over the last couple of years. You'd probably be surprised to know that from what I saw, there was more music made than just about any time I can remember over the last 2 years. Personally, even in just me in my studio, I've made over 24 records since the word coronavirus was put in the paper. So there's been music galore being made, and a lot of it still hasn't come out yet. And every producer I know was in the same boat. There's been artists writing songs at home and wanting to record them. There's been a lot of albums made remotely, in isolation, and we've all found ways to work around it. So to stand here with this award amongst all of that music that's been made feels very special. I've thanked everyone that I kind of wanted to thank tonight, except the two people that got me started. My love of music comes from my parents, as many of us have that same experience. I grew up in a household that thrived on music. There were no players in my family, just a lot of listeners. And that music has stuck with me my whole life. And I've ventured off into different genres and forms of music. But genres, the word genres and the different ones, the labels, I have no concern for. They're things that other people call your music. It's usually just so they know where to go looking in JB Hi-Fi to find your record. I don't really see a need in labelling anything. And that comes from listening to such a broad range of music as a kid. And then when I became a teenager and wanted to start performing, I was playing in pubs that I was too young to be in, and my dad used to come and chaperone. He became my first manager, I guess. He would come home from work every day and sit on the telephone for 2 hours, calling venues and all sorts of industry people that he was sending demo tapes to. And he did that for a long time. So my parents were my biggest fans, biggest supporters, and I could never have gone into a career in music without them. So I'm gonna, out of all of the ones I've won, I don't think I've ever done this, but I'd like to dedicate this to them and thank them for giving me that road that I could walk. And because I now know how bloody great that road is. And obviously, like we've all learnt tonight from hearing everyone talk about their last couple of years, I feel incredibly fortunate to be doing what I do. I love it. I love being back on the road. I love seeing people's faces in the crowd. I love coming here on the, I mean, it's the 50th, it's big. I'm just glad that it's happening and that the whole town could make this happen. So that the event, the milestone didn't go past unnoticed. I'm glad that we could all be here for it. It's been a beautiful night. I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful. All the other nominees sucked in. Thank you.
The speech of the night, right there, right at the end, the kicker. Well, you know, that just about brings the night to a close. A big, big thank you to all of the team that put this year's awards show together. Well done.
And on behalf of all the artists, a big thank you to all the fans out there who buy our music and come and support our gigs along the way. And I just need to also say a huge thank you to these people behind me. What a band, what a band, what a band, what a mighty big band. Claire O'Mara. And our CMAA Musician of the Year here, Brendan Radford, at the helm. Bless you all. We love you. Sounded absolutely gorgeous. Now, Adam, you're hitting the road. You're going to be on. Can we buy tickets to your...
Well, I was about to go into retirement.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? After tonight, I figured I might go on the road with my best friend.
Oh. Me?
Casey Chambers. No, you.
Me?
You, my friend, you. Let's get back on the road again. This is too
I'd love
much
to.
fun.
All right.
Yeah,
You're going to
we're
pull
on the
the
road
old girl
again.
out on the road, eh?
Look out,
All
We're
right,
going to drag you out on the road.
That will be our 12th national tour together.
Oh, you
Are
little
they
beauty.
ready for us again?
And I'll tell you what, now that you're single, I'm going to learn some K.D. Lang songs. Constant craving. Yeah?
It's not going to work, darling.
To everyone watching from around the country or the world, we'd love to see you in Tamworth, the heart of beautiful New South Wales and the home of Australian country music. And in 8 months' time, we'll be back right here again for the 51st Tamworth Country Music Festival.
Oh, we'll see you there. And to close the show, we have a very special performance to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the release of the iconic multi-platinum breakthrough album, The Outback Club.
That's right, my friend. And paying tribute to Lee Kernaghan and his illustrious country music career, the performance features artists that Lee has inspired, nurtured and worked with throughout his career.
And what a way to finish the 50th Awards, highlighting the spirit of the development of new talent, collaboration and the great storytelling that has built the first 50 years and will continue to do so for the next 50. Then, now, forever.
Australian country music, you little beauty, we love it. Thank you.
I've got roots where the salt bush grows. I'm an Australian boy in the land of boredom and Brigalow. I'm an Australian boy. I'm an Australian boy. I'm an Australian boy. Stand by my mates, stand by the flag. I'm an Australian boy. I'm an Australian boy. I believe in the green and gold. I'm an Australian boy.
Raised on a Warrego. It's hot out here, but they tough it out like an old Brigalow. From the back of the Channel Country, across the Western Plains, the road is straight and dusty. The folks are much the same. Roots run strong and deep out here in a hat town, and we'll carry on down through the years in a hat town. Remind me of the Linda, remind me Bonky Downs. There's a pub and a store and not much more, living in an old hat town. Honey, pack your bag, pack your old blue jeans. I wanna go fishing in a mountain stream. Buy an old little shack way up in the hills, 25 miles from Harrietville. In the high country, I got my four-wheel drive and I'm ready to roll. I wanna go fly down an old dirt road, up in the hills where the brumbies roll. Slam ashore and then be God's own. Headed for the high
We've been shearing sheep, we've been mustering stock, we're cutting out roofs, we've been spraying the crops, we've been growing cattle up an old stock roof. Saturday night, we're piling the ute. It's we're the boys from the bush and we're back in town. We get high when the sun goes down. Well, our members of the Outback Club. Yeah, we're the boys from the bush coming in from the scrub. We're just the boys from the bush coming in from the scrub.
He works a 12-hour day from sun up till sundown, doing what he can to make the wheels go round. In a shed or down the track, where he knows how to bend his back. He's the salt of the earth, he's got a heart of gold. Them members of the Outback Club, they're on back.